to open.
I was listening to the music and eating
hello, everybody. I didn't do a count-in.
Hey there. Didn't
Hi,
see
everyone.
it come in.
Because I was doing too much at once.
That's okay. We still
Yep.
love you.
So, how's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to Nerds with Dice. This is Savage Riff's Gunmetal Blues. Tonight, our episode is... I don't know how to change the title on stream, do I?
If
do you have the little panel in your OBS that controls the Twitch chat and stuff?
I don't think so.
Unless you're actually in Twitch itself, and then you can go to the...
And there should be a stream information tab you can open up somewhere in OBS that will let you change the name and stuff.
How about that?
Stream manager.
We're learning lots of things today, folks.
I've done
We're
most
on
of
the
Your
fly.
mic is coming through twice, Kevin.
Why, yes, it is.
So,
Is this better?
We're gonna make Fox proud at some point tonight.
Oh,
Just
no,
not right now.
No.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay, is just someone let me know if this is better.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Yep. Still don't know how to change the settings. Stream.
You do. How about you do intros? I'll do some googling. Go.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Bisonic Kevin. I'm your producer and game boss for the evening. Watch as I crash and burn. And thank you for joining us. Welcome to the channel. The stream is sponsored. The channel is sponsored in part by Grinding Coffee Co., which has a number of great different grinds of coffee. It's a Black and LGBTQ owned business. I believe it's out of the LA area, and you can get a discount with code. I believe it's a 10% discount with the code Gunmetal Blues. Put that in there. And you can also join us on the Discord. Well, I'm remembering that I should put things into the Twitch chat. Oh, what'd you get?
I got the gay agenda. How could I not?
Yeah.
Oh, nice!
fun.
Yeah, that checks out. Good.
It's so good. Check it out.
Does it actually say what flavors are in that one? I'm really curious.
It's fruity notes,
Yes,
I believe.
It is fruity
Go
notes.
ahead and read it if you'd like.
It is the gay agenda: caramel, honey, and fruits. We all know what's going on. And it has like a Rosie the Riveter, but it's a skeleton.
Oh, that's great.
Just super dope. Love that.
Does
Look at
that
that.
make us cannibalistic if we drink that though? Like,
No, it makes us gay.
okay, there's a lot of fruits in it. I just didn't, just saying. Like, feel kind of bad now.
Yeah, I'm not going to figure out how to do this while I attempt to run a game. That's rude to my fans. Or my fans.
Is
To
it?
you. It's rude to the people who are with us.
I feel like it's extremely chaotic in what they expect.
Probably.
Just saying. Also, it turns out the only way you can do the stream information panel is if you've connected your Twitch account to your OBS. So if you're just using a stream key, that doesn't.
See, I didn't think that would work because,
Right.
Things and stuff and
because I wasn't using the channels, but...
Right, yes.
And I can't do it while we're on, so I'm not going to bother. Anyway, hello.
Right.
Sadly,
We done tried.
Nerdy is running a game over on Girls Run These Worlds, I believe, right now. So can't ask for help there.
Oh,
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Our group is a group of futuristic adventurers in a post-apocalypse where magic erupted into the world, destroying a lot of things, and really just, effing everything up. This couple hundred years later, and our adventurers are working with a group called the Tomorrow Legion to help preserve what little peace they can. So if you could all just give us the elevator pitch of your character, and tell us who you are real quick, and we'll start with Vavasaur.
Hello, I'm Nana Love, or Nana Lovebug. I play Vavasaur. Vavasaur is a frickin' dragon. Vavasaur is lithe, lean build, kind of muscular, but mostly
When they
just
look like a human.
When they're humanoid, when they're non-humanoid and they're dragon, they look like Spyro TM. I don't own that dragon, but
But
they're
it.
purple and gold.
Original dragon, do not steal.
Original dragon, do not steal.
Slightly different.
This is
Yes.
my DeviantArt OC. Cannot
It's like-
steal.
This is like the adult version of them.
That's how
Yes.
copyright works, right?
But
This
like,
is how
yeah.
copyright version. I have the evolution of Spyro.
I have
That
to
is
put
there you
what
go, the
on a memory
evolution of
card
it.
and then mail it to myself.
I mail it to myself from the future. Perfect.
Oh,
I do not own
God.
Spyro, but in dragon form.
But if you did, they'd look like this.
If I did and they paid me, they would look like this. They are purple and a royal frilled dragon, so they have a lot of spikes coming off of their neck and kind of. I took it as frilled. I took that very literally, so
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, let's go for it."
Yeah. Love it.
Perfect. So yeah, that's what they look like when they're a dragon. Very iridescent, deep purples and golds, and very, very, very spiky.
Gotcha.
When they're humanoid, they look kind of like Spider-Man with the like huge eyes. It's just the eyes of their mask that move along with their expressions. And they have a hood, a cape, and battle gear because they're a battle guy. It's very much the energy of a kid in their parents' work clothes. Just kind of everything's just really big on them, and they're like, "I'm gonna do a business transaction." That's very much the energy.
Gotcha.
I
All right.
love
Miles
this.
Morales, but dragon.
But dragon, oh god, you mwah, thank you. The chef kiss on that. Yes, that's the elevator pitch.
Oh,
Miles
right,
Morales, but dragon.
Well, folks, we figured it out.
Yeah.
All right, and Nicanor.
Hi, I am John / Ryamasa. I play Nicanor, who, in keeping with our previous elevator pitch, is Peter B. Parker with gun. But no, so Nicanor is a roughly 5'7", 5'8" on a good day if they're standing straight, maybe. Just a tired ex sort of mercenary, retired now, who's been one of those few people who's managed to sort of make it through a mercenary career and retire, and occasionally gets called back in to do odd jobs, and their specialty is having a really big gun, which works surprisingly better than you would think it might in a world with dragons in it. That's what I got for you.
If you've got the right support, yes.
Yeah,
all
that's.
right.
I mean,
And-
they're definitely not a little psychic. So, it turns out
Yeah.
that helps a little.
All right, and Mutt.
Hi, my name's Maxine, and I play Mutt, as is a mutt. A doggo of the goodest kind. The squuffiest and the goodiest. That's
All right.
that's me.
Spider dog? Hold on.
Spider cat is
no.
a thing. Spider
Well,
cat is a thing. Miles
No,
Morales
okay, we have
puts it in
bee
the
cats.
backpack. It's adorable.
We don't need spider cats. Okay, we have bee cats.
True.
It's
We
true,
don't
we
need
we
anything
already
with
have
that
bee
many
kittens,
legs. Like that. Do
In our
not ruin
previous-
cats for me. Do
In our-
not ruin cats.
Didn't we
for me.
already have a centipede cat earlier, though? I feel like that happened.
No, do not give him
I don't think
ideas.
Okay, there was a thing with a lot of legs from previous first session.
No, it was
that I
a bug.
remember.
Oh no, it only has
It was
6
a-
legs.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like a
okay.
centipede.
Okay.
Or no, it was like a beetle bug.
It was like He-Man's battle cat if it had 6
Gotcha.
legs and was a little more draconic.
Gotcha. Okay,
All
I
right.
thought that was a bug
Anyway.
thing, and never mind. Fair.
Our group previously went on a mission where they went to save the Bitten Man, who is the keeper of the Bittens, which are bee kittens, and they discovered a crashed Coalition ship had dropped a secretive Zytikic queen, or junior baby queen, which posed a huge danger to the entire area, and they took it out very quickly. They have since returned to Castle Refuge, and when you do, you are rewarded as appropriate. You're given some pay. You're given, or pay is added to your credit account there. They give you, and you can take that, take the money out anytime you need. And there's something called the wealth die. And when you want to buy things, you can ask me how much it will cost, and I will use some judgment to tell you what the roll is on what you need to roll, or if it is out of reach for your wealth. You can reduce your wealth die to put things closer in your reach. And this represents like selling off things as opposed to just withdrawing money from the account. All right. With all that thrilling stuff done, you have a couple of days in Castle Refuge. Zephyrdri has taken off to the hills to go study a box that she had been sent, and asked for privacy to do it. There was some computational stuff happening with our little robot friend. The rest of you, it'll probably be another 2 days before you get sent out again. They don't like to send out a team that might, that hasn't had time to rest up, refresh their PPE, and get healed of any wounds. I don't believe anyone's wounded, because you pretty much just smattered those bugs.
Mm-hmm. Woof.
And so you have a day or two around Castle Refuge before anything else happens. Is there anything you want to acquire in Castle Refuge? Anything you think you need?
I would like to state the fact that they said they wanted privacy, and then I just kind of stayed with them for a little bit, and then when they closed the door, I just sat outside the door for the longest time ever, and then I left.
Yeah.
Like, a dog at the bathroom door kind of thing. Yeah, I just chilled there, then...
Good.
Gotcha.
But then I got bored.
Yeah.
I got bored.
All right. So
I just needed you to know that.
Gotcha. So it's been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
All of you get messages on your communicators. Mutt, your earpiece rings and it is read to you that you're expected for another conference in the same room.
Ooh. I go up there very quickly and sniff out the coffee machine.
As soon as you get there, the coffee machine smells weird again, but this time looks like one of those. It smells weird, but it looks like a the Dunkin' Donuts box of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little bit like a gas canister, except it has a spout and has coffee inside. I'm not wrong on this. It's made of paper.
No, it is. No, it is. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would like to sniff for either psionics or sentient life.
It has neither of those things. There is a bit of magic to it. With your dog, you can kind of smell.
I will figure this out, guys. Okay.
And there's a series of cups.
I'm not
gonna. There's a series of cups next to it, and cream and sugar.
Okay.
Whoever comes in next probably sees me on the counter, like laying there, kind of like bopping at it, like sniffing at it. So
when you bop the side of it, it doesn't swish around. It kind of tinkles a little.
Ooh. I'm gonna nudge it with my nose.
You hear more of the sound of maybe some crystals jingling.
Can I lick it?
It tastes like the side of a box.
Ooh. Today it tastes like a box.
All right, the rest of you get there.
It's the greatest mystery ever. This is a box.
So, somebody comes in and it's just that dog tongue.
I think it's Nick. Nick comes in and while you are frozen, walks in, moves it around you, pours coffee, puts it back in front of your face, and then sits down.
All right. So when you pour the coffee, you unscrew it. It looks like there's fresh warm coffee. You pour it out, comes out. You put it down. It clinks. It like when you pick it up, it doesn't swish at all.
Yeah.
It feels heavy. You pour out what coffee. You look inside. You see coffee. You put it back down. You put the lid back on. The coffee's pretty good.
Okay.
It's like decent stuff.
Nick is just like pour, clank, lift, clank, walks over.
I just look at you and I do the little head tilt and I kind of like nudge it with my nose and you see like ding ding ding, like the little jingles.
Yeah, just tastes fine.
Just the sound of a bunch of crystals being knocked around a box. Anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you have things to do. Get in there.
My things to do are walking in this room, immediately scooping the dog off of the table. Manners.
Did you forget that I was chilling up there?
No, Nick does not give a shit.
Didn't care. Didn't give a shit. No.
He's like, all right, well, the dog is psychic, so I don't get to tell it what to do anymore. Moving on. Like,
did not care in a little bit, but I scooped the dog off the table very gently, put Mutt on the ground and then pet their head.
Right.
Good.
Making sure I have room for any notes I might need. It's a couple more minutes. He's never on time, but Sir Tannhauser comes in and says, "All right, we got the three of you here for some new work today. You kind of drew this one at random. They like to send out small teams on these survey missions. And hold on, let me check my notes to see who you will be assigned with as your survey. Phoebe Fraser is a scholar who is going to help you, or I need you to help her with some so we like to do studies of the area to try to, keep maps semi-accurate, but that's hard to do sometimes because every now and then things will just turn like purple in an area, or it'll suddenly be a bit of desert in the middle of a swamp. That kind of thing. So we're sending you out with Phoebe. She's a lovely lady. A little confused at times. But generally, if you just get her to focus, she'll get a job done. You'll probably be out there for a couple of days with her. And you'll need to move around. These aren't heavy action missions expected. Very little is expected, but it needs to get done, and sometimes more action happens than is expected.
Last time we were expected to investigate a bitten farm, and we found bug invaders. So what are you gonna do?
Well, you kill the bug invaders, so good job.
Well, yeah. But I think on the list of expected action to non-expected, I think we've covered that gamut already.
Yeah, I think we're good with that. So, do you have any questions for me? I'll mark the waypoint on the map. It's kind of over by where the Mississippi River used to kind of go in a loop, but doesn't really anymore. If you look on maps, it would be around the Reelfoot Lake State Park is what they used to call it. Now the lake is gone, but the river is much stronger in one area. You will be sandwiched between some territory that is said to be part of the Coalition and some territory that is kind of in the Federation of Magic. That does mean you will have more chance of magical things happening. Leyline activity in the area is known, but it's hard to predict.
Where are we headed to again?
All right, it's Reelfoot Lake State Park. If you look it up in any of your maps.
As opposed to fake butt state park. You're welcome.
I guess so.
Good.
I haven't looked, to be honest.
Woof.
What state is that in?
I would put that roughly in Tennessee.
Roughly Tennessee. All right, cool.
Roughly Tennessee.
All right.
Normally I send the flyboy to Tennessee because he loves it, but not today.
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Here's my map. All right. So, I did a thing that probably messed up all the windows. Hey, how about that?
Yes, you did. But it wasn't.
No.
We're only like that much of.
Yeah,
my
I need to
screen.
pop chat out if I'm going to put things in the chat. So, let me pop chat out real quick.
Yep.
Hey, Chad.
There we go. Sorry about that,
Hey,
everybody.
Chad. There we go.
I mean, you can. Yeah.
Everything's good. So,
Always stick it in the Discord too.
you can always stick it in the Discord. Just stick it in your Discord.
Stick it to the Discord.
Stick it to the
Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any questions? Phoebe's known to carry a good amount of weapons.
Okay.
She doesn't like to get involved in violence, but is capable if you need to.
Okay.
And she's expecting us.
Yes, I will have her meet you. Just, Oh.
Yeah, I have a equipment requisition, but that can wait till later.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. We'll make sure we get that done. Once again, we will be giving you the same Jeep The same Big Boss ATV.
Oh, good.
Is anyone here capable of driving it?
My tail just thumps really hard.
Okay, good. We've got one
Big
person
puppy dog.
capable of driving it.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So this will be a couple of days out, a couple days there, a couple days back, hopefully.
Sure.
So 2 days out, 3 days in the woods, 2 days back. You gotta kind of move slow on this, otherwise the equipment gets very...
What
Yeah,
are
ship's
we
slow.
in- Yeah. Can you give us a broad idea of what we're doing there?
All right, so you're gonna take... Phoebe will have a bunch of equipment, sensors, other things. She's a bit of a ley line archaeologist. She calls herself a geomancer.
Ooh.
It's the first I've heard of that term.
Right.
And yeah, she likes to study the ley lines. Yeah, so she'll have a bunch of equipment, and you'll go through and take readings with it. She'll probably make you stop in places and like anchor it in the ground just in case anything does happen. But she wants to get a good survey of the ley lines, and we need to make sure the maps are up to date.
So we are babysitting an archaeologist.
Yeah,
Okay. Great.
unless any of you are archaeologists, or any of you archaeologists, I didn't think you were archaeologists.
I
Okay.
like digging
No.
up rocks.
Absolutely not.
I'm a good digger.
Okay.
I'm the
Um,
bestest digger.
All right. So,
Mhm.
oh, here's Phoebe now. And this old lady who looks like, she has kind of like white hair in the like tightest ponytail you've ever seen that goes, it's it's in like a triple braid, and it goes all the way down to her lower back. This is a woman that has a lot more hair than is feasible. She's got glasses on. She's kind of skinny. She's wearing kind of a military jacket. She's got, I wouldn't, kind of a bit of a wide jaw. I'm trying to describe one of my old friends and making a, like, suddenly, like, how do I describe her face to people?
Do you want to be immortalized in a Rift game? Become a friend.
But
Become
she's
one of our friends.
Any game.
wearing
really.
a
That's
green
fair.
military style jacket with some armor padding on it. She's carrying she clearly has a holster with some kind of weird pistol on it. The grip of it looks to be kind of like an old cane handle
That's so
that's
cool.
been modified. And she's got a big backpack on with all kinds of gear in it. The backpack is like a canvas backpack, but out of one side is a piece of metal with a radar dish that's been, scooped around till it's only one only one pizza of the radar dish, is how I think of it.
Oh, sorry, I just need to process one spaghetti of a radar dish. Give me.
That's
Yeah.
100% what I heard. Also.
I said it, but I meant pizza.
Amazing. That's beautiful, amazing. My partner is Italian.
No,
I
I
think
lit-
they are
yeah.
dying.
I literally had spaghetti last night for dinner, today for lunch, and tonight for dinner. Also,
That's how you do leftovers.
I did. I had actually, I've had it
Oh,
4
Love it.
times. So
That's
far.
why you make the whole damn pot. Anyway,
amazing.
different sauces, but all the same spaghetti.
oh, hi everybody.
boy.
Hi.
Vavasaur clears their throat and says, "Hello."
All
It's
right.
very simple. Hello.
And what's each of your names?
I'm Vavasaur. It's nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. She extends a hand.
They shake it. They shake her hand.
How natural is the shake?
Too hard. It's
a
just too
A little
hard.
tight, honey.
Oh, it was normal pressure. I
Oh.
apologize. It's a completely gloved hand. Just oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've had worse.
It's probably the
Never get a
overbones.
hug from a juicer who's still on the juice.
They laugh uncomfortably. They don't know what that means, so they're like, "Ha ha!"
Good.
I am my normal spot under the table, but I'm kind of like inching over to Nick, and I kind of sit like curl up at his feet.
Uh, she goes, "Oh, hello. And your name, sir?"
Nick, and oh God, absolutely never, sir. Don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I don't. I don't need that. Don't. None of that stuff here.
Oh, well. All right. Well, thank you, Nick. Pleasure to meet you. Holds out a hand.
Yeah. Nick shakes it. It's professional. I think is the way. It's like it's just. It's the normal amount of pressure, but you feel like somebody did math to get there. I feel like it's the best way I can phrase that.
So it's just years of experience going, this.
This
Um,
is an appropriate handshake in professional settings. Yeah, like that's basically yeah.
You might be the only person. This is not something I think that Vavasor would even think about, but the hand is calloused and old, like an older woman's hand with calluses. She currently has like band-aids on 2 of her fingers.
She does a lot of work.
Yes,
Okay.
she.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very clear that this is a. There's still dirt under the fingernails. There is no polish. The fingernails are kept super short. She's got time to take care of her hair, but she likes to get her hands in the dirt.
Okay.
All right, and then she leans down and goes, "May I pet you?"
I stare at her like the dumbest dog ever.
She holds down a hand, like palm
I
down
like
in
it.
front of your face.
I lick it.
All right, and then she
Yeah.
gives you some scritches. I understand the 3 of you will be joining me.
That's what we've been assigned to do. Yep.
Yes,
Well-
we are your assistants.
Good. It's lovely to have you all with me. Let's go poke some ley lines and see what happens.
Yeah. Great.
I'm not gonna literally. I'm just gonna take some maps of them, and I'm not a shifter. I don't open holes in space and time.
I don't know how I keep forgetting his name. The guy that tells us about our mission.
Sir Tannhauser.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about him after 3 seasons of this game.
He wasn't in the second one,
Yeah, he was.
was he? Okay.
He was. Yeah, he was. Not very often, but he was there.
Okay.
Is he still in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. As we're all leaving, I'd like to stay back just a minute to ask him a question.
He goes over and starts pouring the coffee. And he's like, clank. Oh, god damn it.
I kind of puddle over to him. Sir? Excuse me, sir?
Yes.
Did you, tell our new friend lady that that I am sentient?
I mean, I don't know what was in the brief for her, but I could make a note of it if you prefer to tell people you are or tell people you're not.
I prefer when they don't know, because people hide themselves when they think something's sentient.
That is definitely true. Yeah.
And I like to see people for who they are
Okay.
before they're scared to hide it. I don't understand it, but it's something I've learned.
Okay.
People are weird. And then I just walk out.
Yes. People.
Nick has been Nick, who I think was waiting by the door and not listening, when Mutt goes out, closes the door behind them, and then kind of walks over and says, "Anyways, equipment requisitioning."
Oh yes. I'm very friendly with the quartermaster.
Right. That's not what I'm.
What do
What's your clearance at?
I mean, I know plenty of things.
Okay. Do you know my things?
It said that you are an expert in ranged combat,
Okay. Great.
and clearly
So-
you got a little bit to your mind, and you have some
Yeah.
good gear, and
Okay.
you've clearly been at this a number of years.
Let's put it this way. I don't like coincidences,
Uh-huh.
and running into a youngling queen, even as pasteable as she was, kind of worries me. And if this is the kind of thing I expect to run into with this group, and it's the kind of thing we attract, I'm a little superstitious. So when you get a chance,
Mhm.
Whoever is your boss, authorization Sierra Alpha 235,
All right. She pulls out a little pad.
and tell them I would like my focuser back. One piece, one beer.
Alpha. No, that looks like a 2 when I read it. Alpha 235. Please. Focuser. Please.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Great. And Nick walks out of the room.
I'm sure they'll have no idea what that means, but okay.
We're down the hallway because I think we're just in the
They'll-
hallway. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll move it up. They'll move it up until they find someone that does make sense to.
Gotcha. That gets dropped in the she pulls out her communicator and types some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then puts it away. It is a very, very fancy communicator. It is not your standard issue for the Tomorrow Legion. It does seem to be a little more specialized.
Nice.
All right.
Anyways,
Follow
So
them out.
as you go out, as you leave the castle, behind the group gets in the vehicle and starts to move, unless anyone has anything. All right, you start to move, and we see the castle behind you, guarded by a glitter boy at the gates, and a number of flyers above, which are the 4-armed sky knights with kind of eagle dinosaur faces that use cloud magic, flying above.
that whole sentence was great.
And
You just say words sometimes, and
I mean,
Word, not necessarily sentences, but words. But
Just
they somehow
words.
kind of maybe
are they
make
in the
sense.
quote book? I think they should be.
each time.
Great. Like, yeah, I don't know.
All the times.
Yeah.
All that sounded fantastic.
All the
Each
every
time.
times.
I think
I'm
they're
blown
in
away.
here. Let me look them up. Oh yeah, there they are.
Word good.
The Lince Real.
Wow.
So badass.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. There's a few of them around here.
Now I just have to figure out whether I'm the bird dog or not. No.
And there's plenty of dwarf workers and humans about. You start off, you're going a decent pace, and she goes, all right, now if we try to go too fast, I'm worried we'll get stuck somewhere and the equipment doesn't like it. When you got to the vehicle, it was already loaded in the back with different computers and what looked to be some kind of... Like if you took the stand for a bongo drum and put a giant piece of quartz in it instead of a bongo drum.
That's cool shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
And the top of it has little sprouts for connectors
Crystal
to
on a
it.
tripod.
So, you start traveling and you're going slow. Things are pretty clear. I'm not going to make you roll for driving in this first part, but you drive for very slowly. Yeah, like this is killing you if you love to go fast. This is Mutt can kind of run along at many points in this journey. That's how fast you're going.
Oh god, I hate that.
Whoop. And I very much so, if I can, I jump out the window and run and then
Start trotting and then
Yeah.
catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at some point you do stop, and like you're only like 100 miles from the castle. But she's like, okay, now we're gonna stay here for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Understood.
All right, and she starts like pulling things out of the back. She has trouble with some of it. She's strong from doing physical stuff, but she doesn't seem to be superhumanly strong. And she goes, can anyone else lift things with, incredible ease?
I pick up a bunch of stuff with one hand. Just
I
Just
prefer if you use
one
2 hands
hand.
for delicacy, but
I do it for show.
Yeah.
I'm not actually using the second hand.
Just, it
Where
lifts
do you
it up.
want these? Where
no,
do you?
it's just right over
Spin.
there. And she
Spin.
starts going around in a circle, like with a can of pulls out a can of spray paint, like starts painting X's in places. does a big, like, 30-foot circle,
Okay.
a 30-foot diameter circle, and in the middle of it puts the giant piece of quartz. It's got pipes coming off of it that lead, and then she has a little tent just outside the circle, and a pipe goes from the... actually, it's not outside the circle, it's inside the circle, but it's like 10 feet away. Or it'd be... I'm trying to think. Yeah, 10 feet away is good. And then there's a tent that has a connector to it, and the tent also has crystals on the end of it. And she walks up to the thing and goes, light up, please. Taps it on the top, and it suddenly looks like and feels like a campfire which is just lit.
Ooh, but is it like a gem
Ooh.
one or just like an actual campfire? Like, is it one of those like salt lamps?
It looks more like a salt lamp than it
Yeah.
does a campfire.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Ugh, the ambiance.
She goes,
The
this will glow for about 30 feet, but outside of it you can't see that it's doing anything. So from outside of it, it would still look dark. This is
I
some
start walking away.
some stuff my ex-husband, my late husband, built for me.
Oh.
I start walking away, but it looks like I'm just sniffing the ground, just like getting distracted. But I really just want to see if it actually does that.
As soon as you get out of it, you can't feel it anymore. You go completely out of it, you look around, and you can see the crystal, but it doesn't seem to be glowing. It's not giving off light outside of 30
That's
feet.
so
Like, it can't be seen from the sky or stuff like that. There's no smoke coming off of it as a campfire would.
That's exciting, actually.
I want that in real life. That's
Yeah, I
so
know,
fucking
right?
That's
cool.
neat as all hell.
It's
Yeah,
so
hold
cool.
on.
Yeah.
So I just keep sniffing, but now I'm because I just wanted to see, and now that I know, I just like to sniff to see if there's any like more of those bug scent, like the scent of those bugs or something in the general vicinity.
You can smell magic from the campfire thing very strongly. The spray paint that she used had salt and silver in it. But you don't get any of the bug pheromone whatsoever.
Okay, so we're pretty safe in this little area
Yeah.
as of right now. Okay.
What's
Cool.
the bugs anyway. Like there could be 8,000 others.
Yeah, there are other kinds of bugs, but no zytikic pheromone specifically.
Yeah, that and unlike the ones we first met, like basically, I just want to do a perimeter check. Is basically what I'm doing.
Mm.
All right, roll for survival.
That way, let me be a little bit more specific.
I should open the roll 20 because I'm a good GM.
I'm a 2 and a 5.
Hey, made it.
Hey, 5
Ayo.
is definitely gonna work.
Woof. Woof.
Launch game.
Dude,
That's a shirt. Woof.
woof. It's so versatile is the
It
thing.
really is.
Woof.
I should just make a shirt that literally just says woof ...
So many different things.
Good.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah. You don't find anything of danger. There is a little bit of a stream, but it doesn't look drinkable. And, there's some wildlife around, but not too much. It seems pretty normal, except you do see up in the trees a bird that looks like it's kind of made of metal and bluish.
I would like to mark this spot and then go back to everybody else.
Okay. You do so.
Yes. That way I can find it later.
It also doubles as asserting dominance.
Exactly. I do that thing where, like, you stand up on your feet and you're like, oh, no.
All
The little
right.
handstand.
She sets up a few more pieces of equipment, unfolds the thing with the radar, attaches it to what looks to be a big, like, an ATM machine, an ATM-sized thing. I know saying machine there is redundant. And starts typing on the keyboard and puts the radar dish on top, and it starts to slowly move around in circles. And she goes, okay, now we just gotta watch this for about 8 hours. I figure we'll rest here the night and then move on to the next pump.
Oh. That's it?
Understood. Is that all that you require?
Yeah, I mean... Oh, I do need one more thing. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out another bag and opens that bag and pulls out a half a knitted sock loops the knitting through a hole in the bag, like a little hook. It's not a hole in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then pulls out some needles, or there it's already on double pointed
Yeah.
needles, making it dangerous as hell.
They're like chopsticks with like connectors.
There's if chopsticks were pointy at the back and really hurt if you jabbed yourself with them.
Oh, I know what you're trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was thinking those like connected ones that you make like those round scarves out of.
You also make
Yeah.
socks with those too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
loop, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, my wife's probably
Something.
yelling at me from the other room. Anyway.
Wait for it.
When-
I think she's
during
in
break,
chat. Wait
she
for
will
it. Wait for
clarify.
it. Yeah.
But she is knitting what looks to be some kind of sock with fun characters on it.
Gotta
Okay.
sell them all.
Actually, it does. If it does happen to be a Charmander.
Good. Amazing.
Yay.
All right.
And she goes, "So, where are y'all from?"
Circular needles.
Yes.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for learning us things.
These are things I know. It's just a lot in my head right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I come back over.
So where are y'all from?
Yeah.
She asked, right?
Pavastor stays completely silent. Just no answer
just-
whatsoever. Doesn't
Nick looks
move.
at Vavasaur and like can sense the silence rolling off of them in waves, right?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
like looks at Mutt, who up until this point is just a dog
Yeah.
and is pretending to be only that at the moment, and then just kind of looks at it. I've forgotten her fucking name already.
Phoebe?
Phoebe Fraser.
Yeah, looks at Phoebe and is like, "Well, the dog is from base.
Mm-hmm.
That one is also from base, as far as I know."
Let me guess, you're from base.
Nebraska, technically, but no.
Oh,
For base
Nice.
Nebraska.
I've been there long enough that it's like, I wouldn't really say that I'm from there anymore, you know?
got you. Like, I wouldn't say I'm from a place called Center, but that's where I was born.
Where would you say you're from?
Oh, I say I'm from the road. I love to travel. But I was
I am
born
from
on
the-
Center. It's in another dimension.
Do I
Pavasor
know about
puffs up.
Center?
Ooh.
Roll a common knowledge at a
Ooh.
-2.
I will do that thing. Give me a minute.
I highly doubt I know where any of those things are. So I'm not
knowledge at a
going.
-2, you said?
Yes.
Ping.
No.
I do not. I
There are
have no-
numbers that are not good for you.
It's true. Well, not one I...
It's
Wait, we have-
better.
We've got 3 bennies. I'm just going to spend one because I can. Why not? So, if I don't know, I really don't know. But
Okay.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Go for it.
Do it. Do it.
Another
Exact
3 to 2.
same roll.
Perfect.
Hysterical.
Perfect.
No, I have no
Perfect.
idea.
You've never heard of this place.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, that is one benny down for me.
Worth it.
Absolutely worth. It was worth it for the humor of getting the exact same
Yeah.
fucking thing. Like that's always
Oh, I
top
forgot to
tier
distribute your bennies.
dice
Mhm.
nonsense.
It's okay. I had 2
Um,
from last time because I keep forgetting they like don't roll over. I'm one of those
Yeah.
characters that forget I have it and then just use 50 of them and then I don't use any of them.
And steal one of yours. All right. So, it was well. I mean, it's gonna be a long night just sitting here if you don't make up something at least.
I am also from the road. All I can remember is traveling. I don't remember much or know much past Castle Refuge.
Huh. Well, there's a lot of really nice places out there. I hope you see some of them.
Their back straightens. Me too. I also hope that I see them.
So, I'll tell you where you have to go. If you want somewhere that's kind of fun, and a little dicey, a little, well, maybe not. You know what? It's called Paducah. And some people refer to it as Merktown. It's kind of not that far from where we're going. but that's a place where there's a whole bunch of mercenaries, and I'm sure you know it. She says to Nick and Norman. She's like,
I'm assuming I know that.
every merc
No.
knows Merctown.
Yeah,
Anyone who's
everyone
done
knows
merc
No.
work.
Yeah,
She was-
I've been there. I've been there a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this one bar I love more than anything else. The Thunder Duck. They renamed it. Used to be something else, but they got this weird little duck in there that'll just shock you with lightning. Very fun.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
And if you don't want to go there, you want to go somewhere that's maybe more friendly, more open, more thoughtful. There's the City of Learn in Laszlo. That's up north. Bit of a trek.
City of Learning.
Oh yes, the whole town is overseen by a council, and the head of the council is a dragon.
Oh, you don't-
Oh no.
we've
Drink-
we
drinking-
lost them.
Yeah,
We have
drinking and
lost
eating
them.
nothing. Just like chokes.
Oh, you don't say, do you? Nom.
Uh,
Good.
I'm suddenly blanking on his name. My memory comes and goes sometimes. But Plato, Lord Plato.
Set up in Toronto, right?
Yeah, up by old what used to be called Toronto.
Yeah, remember that.
Oh, the almanac's in a different book. Anyway. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time there in the museum and in the library, looking at their stuff and seeing how much of it was wrong. And most of it was not wrong, which was quite impressive for a library these day and age. I hear they used to have really good ones, but you know, well, the world goes without magic for so long, it kind of gets stale, and they get all this information, and then, oops, it wiped it all out.
Woof.
Exactly. She pulls out a thermos, unscrews it, and it starts steaming, and she's clearly drinking a coffee.
Good.
I get up and I just start nudging Vavasor. Just kind of start nudging her like away. Nudge. Nudge, nudge.
I am nudged and I pet Mutt on the head, and
Hey.
ease a little bit. Something that I don't think anyone has seen so far. They've been very locked into place, very ready for action, and they just kind of, upon being nudged, just a little bit of muscle relaxation happens. They lean back.
All right. So clearly, this lady wants to talk, and if anyone would like to talk to her, we can do what are called interludes in this system. And this deck is completely unshuffled, so I'll just use a digital deck. Cause
I was gonna say,
that
and
one's
whoever
totally shuffled.
doesn't, I will take them to show them that birdie thing.
Yeah.
I want to show them the
Oh,
birdie
yeah,
thing.
weird
Yeah.
bird.
Yes,
bird.
weird bird thing.
Yeah.
That's actually
Weird
why I
bird.
was nudging you, was to bring you to the bird thingy. But if you would like to have an interlude, I will take it.
Your interlude could be a weird bird.
It could be. So who? Someone say I would like to do an interlude.
Yeah, I'll do one. Why not?
All right.
I'm
So
not gonna
Nick,
talk to this
you get
weirdo.
a queen of spades.
Space. Okay.
So your options, interludes, you draw a card, and then based on the suit, you have options of a downtime, a backstory, or a trek. So,
Okay.
downtime. The character spends some time alone in quiet contemplation. What do? Backstory, a great victory or personal triumph, or trek, a difficult obstacle the group negotiated along the way here.
Ah.
Or will negotiate in the next day if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do one of these for the first 3 nights.
I dig it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm up to negotiate a difficult obstacle for us to deal with later. That's always a fun time.
All right.
That's fun always.
Tell us about it. Tell us about what the team does and what we learn about them in the meantime.
Oh, okay. I was saying I was gonna set one up so we have to do it the next time, but I guess I see
Well,
it's not.
okay. Well, what do you think it should be?
I don't know exactly what it should be.
Mhm.
But so here's my thought. Right now, I'm going to say this. I think this is relevant to kind of everybody in the party. So I'm going to open up to all y'all. I think right now it's the fun part. We've got a person who none of us really know, and 2 people who are very desperately trying not to reveal literally anything about themselves to this person at all. So I feel
what you're
like
talking about. I have nothing to
I
reveal.
feel like said obstacle. Your dog is nuclear. Shut up.
It's not nuclear.
no.
It's blessed.
No.
I was
Okay.
gonna say I'm not nuclear. I'm
No, your dog is
dynamite.
the nuclear option. So I think it would be a fun, difficult obstacle for us to all get into a situation where they have to maybe consider whether or not to do that in the face of danger, is my thought.
Ah. Oh, I know exactly what I would do with that situation. Oh.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I don't,
Okay.
so I open
alright.
it up to you, yeah.
So you're traveling along, and the day goes by.
I was going to say, but if they
The
want to do
woman
the
talks-
bird thing first, let them do that, and then we can skip
No,
this.
because we're going to do... Someone else will get one that night.
Okay. Fair.
The woman kind of chatters friendly. She tells you about some places she's been, a couple of planets that you've never heard of before. She talks about moving between the stars and how her husband was such a powerful shifter who could walk between worlds with relative ease and was an Atlantean, which are tattoo-covered elf-like people that live for hundreds of years and fight vampires often. And she tells you stories about how one time the 2 of them were at the Crystal Waterfall, and they found a type of leaf there that was made of she sees a plant that reminds her of this, and starts telling you about this ruby leaf she found that could cut through steel, and how they had to leave it behind because everywhere they went it seemed to attract these living these plant masses that would draw lightning into them. And if, the plants didn't walk, but they'd slowly grow closer and closer. And so you had to move, otherwise it'd be hit by lightning. And the plants just kept getting hit by lightning every couple of hours. It's the weirdest thing.
That's probably how the thunder duck became a thunder duck.
No, no.
Oh no, that was just me saying.
No, that's true, yeah.
That was Maxine
Well,
being like.
here's the thing. When you use your psionic
Yeah.
language, you don't have to broadcast it. You could put it into specific people.
That's fair.
So if you want to tell...
I will say that. I'll
the
say
players.
that. Yeah, I'll say that to Nick and Vavasor. Just wonder if that's how Thunderduck became Thunderduck. Unfortunate.
She babbles throughout the night, telling stories, if anyone listens. If not, she just kind of hums tunes to herself that you've probably never heard, but every now and then she comes to an American folk song or a Tom Petty.
Yeah.
There's a couple of classic rock
Tom Petty, good.
things in her humming repertoire.
He's singing all the classics.
All the classics.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
You know that "Hit Me Baby One More Time"? That old folk song?
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Old Bob Dylan
Oh.
covers Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Anyway.
Every once in a
Good.
while, if she hits that note that's just sour, you just hear.
Good.
But the next day, she gets an early start. Oh, Vavasor, we do have to cover one thing. At some point, you will have been with her for roughly 12 hours.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Do you need some time alone?
I do. I really do. 12 hours, I think, is the limit. Yeah, I know, I gotta go pee. No, 12 hours, I think, is the limit for Vavasor feeling comfortable in a humanoid form, I feel.
Oh, boy. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
They're still very young. They haven't gotten used to the
Yeah.
whole, I have the tiny limbs and the weird finger. Yeah, it's a lot to deal with. I'd like to, maybe in the middle of the night or the next night,
All right.
have Vavasor sneak off, possibly also tell Nick and Mutt to be
Take
like,
third watch.
Roll a
yes,
sneak.
roll a sneak.
Take
I've
second
looked
watch.
for dice.
Yeah.
If you
I looked
prefer
for-
to roll physical dice, you may.
I do want to
Stealth.
stay up for watch
It is stealth.
for as long as I can.
You got a 6.
Hey.
I got a 6.
You pretty soundlessly and slyly leave a camp in the way that your mentor taught you, which is if anyone in your party draws a big circle, do not break that circle under any circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
You, being who you are, roll an occult real quick.
Sure. Colt.
Occult Arcana,
It's my smats.
yeah, something smarts based.
Oh, it didn't click. Click.
Occult 10. All right. This is a circle that is specifically designed to ward off fairies, werewolves. We'll keep vampires at bay. We'll keep dumb vampires at bay. There's several tiers of vampire. This will affect the least tier of vampire. The smart tiers of vampire will break the circle.
Got it.
So Twilight style vampires?
I know you did not. We're on stream. I know you did not.
You mean gargoyles?
Gargoyles? Yes.
Because their
yes.
skin is made of stone?
That mineral? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I make fun of them and then I'll make references later like I absolutely adore them, so it's fine.
The
Those
I got
creatures.
stuck on a bus with someone who insisted on reading a chapter of that book to me just to show
No.
me how good it was. Please don't bring it up. I'd prefer
No.
I'd prefer to forget that experience.
watch the
forever.
movies with the riff tracks. That's the only way. Anyway.
I think I
true,
watched
it's
the first
true.
one and then then partially through the second, and I was like, I
This
have
is-
better things for like this stage of my life to be doing right now.
So, this circle is a circle, a circle of protection in a can, kind of, because she spray painted it.
She did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is weird.
Am I allowed to...
You can cross it
With
freely.
Okay, cool.
Just don't break it.
Gotcha.
Go
With
through,
that
like-
occult...
You
Yeah.
know not to break it.
With that occult roll, I'll leave as a humanoid, transform, come back, or transform back and then enter again as a humanoid. I don't want to set off any...
You have to spend a little bit of time
Mhm.
being just relaxing in your normal form.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh,
It's so
You-
good.
you
Yeah, it's
find-
finally just like, oh, I can relax.
You find a copse of trees to rest in and on with your 20-foot long form, I believe.
Yes, Vavasaur's straight up 20 feet long. They are a big boy. And much like myself, like 12 hours of peopling, that's good. I'm gonna fuck off for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
I
do
need-
the thing where you lie on your back, just like Mutt does, just between the wings, just scratch it. Yeah.
I need a shirt that just says "Cast off your humanity like unworn pants," and it's just Vavasaur like on their back, just doing it. That's
Cast
what I
off your humanity. There's booty shorts that say an incomprehensible time. It's just, that's what I want. That is what I want for Vavasaur.
hashtag yas.
Beautiful.
Hashtag yas.
Yas.
Yeah, they
So,
relax for
You
the first time in a while.
make your way out of camp. The night passes quietly. There's not much happening. At one point, you do. Whoever's on watch thinks they hear a sound of like a giggling. You go, hee, hee,
Ooh,
hee,
fairies.
hee,
Oh,
hee, 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 and then
fairies.
the sound of kind of like a sizzle, and then as it runs away.
Good. Is there like a piece like flash of light?
There's a
from the
little
corner?
flash as you see just the tiniest, about 6-inch tall person wearing a conical cap, just kind of running with their arms behind them
I love
as they run
the
away.
idea of gonna fuck them up. Oh
I'm
no!
gonna play some tricks.
That guard gnome fucked around and found out. Like,
Ew.
good.
Trick or treat.
All right. The next day, you get moving pretty quickly.
I do want to show them that bird.
You show them the bird is gone by the time you go back.
Mm. We'll
I
keep
just
an
kinda
eye out.
stare
Or
up at the
describe
tree.
it.
Yeah, basically what Fiona sees is I go up there and I sniff where I was, and I just sit and I stare up at the tree, and then I tell the other two, there was a big shiny bird here. And I just stare at the tree.
If anyone has any kind of nature skill, I don't know if there's like a know things about nature skill. I'm suddenly forgetting.
I don't see.
Well, I forget what the options are. But
That seems like that would be a survival or common knowledge kind of thing.
yeah, you can roll a survival to
Isn't
get
it
one
really
thing
like
and
a-
common knowledge to roll another. Okay, Vavasur, you've seen one of these before.
I've seen one of these before.
I've not. Don't worry about it.
Nick is not. It is a Azure Bird. What is the name of it again? I know what source book it's in, but I've suddenly forgotten, and I don't have my one book on me. It is a type of bird that's wings are kind of like steel, because the trees it lives in and the berries it eats are part of something called steel trees. They're from a little further east of here. It's rare to see one out this far west, but it is a actual creature that is not common but around.
I explained that to my friends.
Yeah,
Did
this
you
one's
say the name of it again?
an Azure. Let me look it up. Actually, it's not plot important, but you know,
But Big Bird.
it's about this big of a bird. It's not the biggest bird. It's
So it's like a parrot
Okay.
ish size.
I will try to keep an eye out for it.
I just puddle over to you guys. If you guys don't seem disturbed by it, cool.
No.
all right.
But I know it moved because I peeked there.
Of course, I don't have this book on me. It's across the room. Anyway,
It's a blue skarmory. Fuck it.
yeah, the Azure Bird is no longer there. As you move on, you are passing through the area, and all of you can feel that there's a ley line getting very close. And it starts kind of fouling Mutt's senses a bit. It's hard to smell magic near a ley line. Everything kind of smells like magic dust, isn't like someone threw a handful of magic dust into the air.
Sneeze.
It makes Vavasur, you can feel it. Like you can feel the ley line. You know exactly where it is within proximity of you, kind of. And you can draw power from it if you need more PPE.
That is incredible to know. Can I also see it? Like, is my magic vision getting all wonky as we near the ley line?
During the day, you mostly can't see them. At night, sometimes they glow faintly blue. You can see it, but it's not like blocking vision or anything. This
Nice.
doesn't appear to be a powerful, very big one.
Cool.
Yeah, but as you are coming through, something dangerous, Nick, you pass through it. It's kind of like just a little weird thing in your head as you move through.
Okay.
Phoebe walks through it and looks like, goes like this on the other side. Ah, God, it's good for the arthritis. And continues onwards. And Vavasor, it's kind of like walking through a wet curtain of magic.
Ooh, they say out loud. I hate that.
Do I not like this? I feel like I don't like
It
this
just
at all.
fouls your senses, and something goes running down the ley line. You can't only Mutt kind of notices it.
Like I haven't gone through it at all yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say something goes running down the ley line and
It's-
two of us don't notice it?
Yes, because it is
Cool. Awesome.
purely magical.
Great.
And then it comes running back up the ley line towards you all. And the three of you, the three, Phoebe, Nick, Nor, and Vavasor have already passed and are moving on, but Mutt hasn't gone through yet. Sees this kind of thing that's kind of shimmery. It looks a little bit like a big eye. Just like a big eyeball, and it kind of is looking at them. And then turns around and then makes eye contact with Mutt.
Oh no.
I like back up a little bit. My head kind of drops a little bit and I back up.
It tilts in kind of a quizzical form.
I just definitely just sit there. My head just, my head is down, but it's doing that like German
Gotcha.
Shepherd head thing.
A giant dark blink happens on it. It lingers on you for a moment.
I lay down.
It's just staring at you. And you hear coming from kind of behind an underground mutt. There's something coming at you all.
I just start growling. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I
The
just
rest
start
of
growling.
you hear mutt start growling.
Oh no, I start growling.
You just see me laying down like this, and I'm just like growling, and the ruffles start ruffling up on the back of my neck. And I let out a not bork bark. It's a non-bork bark, but
A sharp bark.
Yes,
Yeah.
just deep.
When you do, the eye kind of vibrates a little. And the rumbling gets a little closer.
I stand up, and my head is down, and I growl a little bit more, and I kind of like assert dominance towards the eyeball, and just
Assert dominance at the eyeball.
I assert dominance at the eyeball.
I T-pose at the eye of Sauron. Like, good.
I put on a power tine.
Go on, tell me how intimidated they are.
All right, so no, actually, roll and intimidate.
Wolf, bitches, wolf.
See if you give them penalties.
Wolf?
Okay.
Oh, the question mark on the wolf ain't great.
No, I'm using a Benny. I'm woofing again.
Okay.
I'm woofing again.
Remember, tell us what numbers you got when you can.
Oh, I got a 4 and a 1. But now for this one, I'm
The
getting
4
a...
succeeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah,
okay.
that's all you
then
need.
Everything is success on 4, yeah.
Oh, okay. look at
Unless I
that.
give you penalties, it's success on 4.
And I'm not spending a Benny.
Yeah. The eye shakes again. You give a sharp, clear bark at it. The eye blinks twice, and then starts moving down the lane, and you feel the rumbling kind of underneath you fade a little. As it seems like whatever was coming at you has decided not to engage you.
Don't you touch my people. Don't kill my people.
From past the veil of magic, rifle partly in hand. The fuck was that?
Mutt, are you okay?
I kind of like, I watch it go down. And I sniff at the magic. Is it less, like, is it...
It is,
Is it-
the eyeball is gone now.
Okay. So I just kind of do like this little like I don't want to like you know when there's like that waterfall at like the amusement parks and you don't want to go through it but all your friends are on the other side and you're just like
You look to the side, you look to the other side, it goes as far as you can see in either direction.
Yeah.
So going around's not really an option.
Yeah, that's why I was like I do that thing where it's like go. Like, run through it.
When you go through, it's like someone dropped a bunch of drywall in the room you're in. To your nose. Like, and then when you're on the other side, you're through it.
I of course let out a very large sneeze and just and then I walk over to you guys and just that eyeball did not make me happy. And I just keep walking.
Alright.
It's just Nick and Vavasaur like,
What? Who is this?
Fucking eyeballs? What? Like,
Do you say that? Do you say that?
No.
no, it's that
No,
immediate eye contact.
There's an eye contact, and about 13 sentences go flying back and forth, which inevitably resolve in and then like, we keep going.
I just see her going freaking eyeballs, and you guys
Yeah,
just,
just like
No one else says eyeballs out loud?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
not now.
say it out loud.
Probably I'll bring it up later, but
You move a bit further, it seems like another 100 miles, and you're roughly where you're supposed to be.
okay.
And so she sets up camp again, pulls out all the equipment this time, and starts setting it up. It took a long time to kind of get there. And
I help her unpack.
yeah. Thank you. She's oh, you're the best with this. I appreciate how delicate you are with my refined machinery.
Yes, I'm delicate because you asked. Then I flex.
Oh, strong too. You're fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm brains and beauty, or bronze and beauty.
Good. While that is
also
happening,
Yes.
Nick will be like, "Hey, Doc."
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. Anyways, Doc. Did you get the feeling something was watching us in that last ley line we were at?
I did not look for anything.
Okay.
Mm.
He was like,
Oh.
and Nick kind of like, just and like sort of like picks up the thing that they were helping to pick up, sort of stares past it at Mutt, and then kind of turns around and goes like, because I could have sworn I saw some sort of eye in there somewhere, and then sort of puts it down.
I make it look like a sneeze, but
12.
you know my sneeze, and I just shake my head yes.
17. On a 17, she goes, "Oh, that's just a ley line observation orb."
What?
Oh, sometimes wizards or ley line walkers will send a magical orb down the ley line to kind of scope out what's happening. So there must be one somewhere touching the ley line, but it's a pretty long one, probably miles away. You don't use the orb if it's just like 50 feet, you know.
Huh.
I put in Nick's head. Does the ground normally shake with them?
So they're just observing, right?
Oh yeah, it's just a big ephemeral eye.
Is there a reason the ground would shake if something stopped and looked at you for too long? Like it was giving you the evil eye or something?
Well, the eye itself wouldn't do that, but, I mean, a spellcaster could have a summoned being, some kind of elemental if the ground was rock elemental. Some kind of summoned being.
Do these creatures usually, are they harbingers of the spellcaster? And the spellcaster then...
Show up?
I mean, if the spellcaster wants to. Leyline walkers are called that because they can move down ley lines very quickly. From point to point in an instant of thought. If they didn't want to come if they wanted to show up personally, they would have, is my assumption. But, you know, why risk anything yourself when you could just summon a big dumb rock elemental?
Fair enough.
How much do you think about? And I just found a stick, and it's like.
the dichotomy of I have a lot of things to think about. Crunch, crunch, gnaw, crunch, crunch.
This is good.
Like,
Look, I'm still a dog. Okay.
No, it's very good. It's
All right.
really good though.
She settles in, starts
I
with her
want a
knitting again.
dog.
It's she's almost complete with this sock. She's a very fast knitter.
Nice.
And yet she's using 3-pointed needles. Anyway. things my wife has said about knitting. Anyway, the night, you know, it's a couple of hours of setup before night falls. She starts tuning the machinery, and she's like, "Now we're not far from a nexus, but I didn't want to be on a nexus because if something bad happens to happen, it'll happen on the nexus. Unless there's a ley line storm that runs the whole length of it, in which case we should seek greater cover than my tent can offer."
All right. Well, that's good to know.
But I'm assuming one of you will probably be able to notice that before I do.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Nick pointedly looks at the other two that aren't them.
Woof.
I straight up got distracted by a cloud. Just
She starts telling a story of an adventure her and her husband went on to rescue an old Atlantean artifact from a series of aliens called the Naruni, which have like tentacles at the front of their face, and they're kind of short and wear a lot of hoods and have tentacles at the front of their face. Not like beaks and evil, but like, well, they're kind of evil because they're very capitalist. Like, imagine the worst capitalists. That's the Naruni.
Oh, capitalist Cthulhu. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
They send their people to places like Earth to sell weapons and start wars to sell weapons.
Oh.
And then the planet gets in debt, and then, you know, they owned the planet.
So Ferengi. But like, war Ferengi.
That sounds terrible. I like
Yeah.
your stories.
Oh, thank you. I've got a million of them.
You and your husband must have lived a very rich life.
He did, and to think I only met him when he was 500.
Oh, so young.
Very. Well, not so young for his people.
Of course. She starts moving things that don't need to be moved.
She asked them,
Obviously.
oh, do you have any fun stories? And would you like to pull a card and see if you get...
I'd love to.
Let's make up some shit on the spot.
Let's make up some shit. Let's do some collaborative storytelling.
Yeah.
Yours is a 2 of clubs, which means I have to open another window. That's
Oh
the
no.
window. There it is. Nope,
I give the stick to Nick.
wrong window.
The clubs is the fun one.
The clubs is the fun one?
Oh,
Hooray!
yeah.
All right, clubs. Downtime. Your hero broods or is angry about something. What is it, and how do they behave?
Of stories. Never any
Backstory.
good ones.
Tale of misfortune from your hero's past. Something revealing of their hindrances or a dark secret. Track. The party overcomes hardship you overcame on that trip. The tragic death of a favorite extra. No.
No! Phoebe, no!
You can't kill Phoebe.
We just got you!
No, Phoebe, no! Oh no!
You can't have
not
my plot
Phoebe.
device for telling
No.
stories. Off.
Yep. You can't have my bard.
I will not take your bard from you.
I'll take the thought. No.
Can you imagine, pull a
Wow.
card, I kill the old lady. No,
I've played plenty of games where that's possible.
no, I don't want it to be possible here. I love her. I love her so much.
What's,
Well, that
Slightly
stop
inaccurate
loving her.
knitting.
You're putting her
Yes,
into
I
the
did.
favored extra category.
It's
You're
true.
causing it to happen.
Damn it.
Just be completely neutral, and she's not favored, and you saved her.
It doesn't have to be a long story, but you could tell us about something that made you angry and how you reacted, or one of the tales of the things that you and Butch did. 'Cause
Yeah.
you and Butch did like 2 things a day. Butch never really stopped and slept for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, Baron.
Baron,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I keep calling him Butch.
No, there was no sleep.
That was
a
his
lot of the
nickname.
Butch
time.
was a different...
That was his nickname. Yeah. Only I called him Butch. That was our hidden agreement. Yeah, I think Vavasor tells a story about a time that they remember just getting white hot angry. Something that I think a lot of people can relate to in this, like you said, post-apocalyptic. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can blow up in your face, and I think they tell the tale of that exact thing happening, like Baron and them doing a job, it going south in so many ridiculous ways that like the redundancies that Baron put into place all failed. He was a very meticulous guy, so when Vavasor's telling the story, they're like, we made sure that all the safeties were on and all of the guns shot at the same time. I don't know to this day how that happened. It's just so many things went wrong, and ended up with, miraculously, the 2 of them escaped. But
Gotcha.
it was...
So the job was to go in and to take out someone in a town. And you had set Baron had set a trap. A kind of complicated trap, and Baron loved his kind of mousetrap style traps. A little bit of Rube Goldberg nuttiness to some of them. But
straight
they,
up dominoes into one of them for
but
some
they
reason.
always seemed to work, except for those times they didn't. But Baron said they always work.
And Baron's always right,
Yeah.
so Vavasor
So
trusted
you went
them.
into this town, and
I need to meet.
this town had an elder. This town's elder had been apparently replaced by a demon, and you were prepared for the town's elder to have like super strength and some powers. You weren't prepared for it to be breathing fire and covered in chains.
You know, like they do.
And it
Like they
turns
do.
out that it was actively hurting people in the town. And this was one of the times you saw Baron truly, truly snap. When Baron was holding guns and then just literally threw them at the thing, pulled out did Baron? Oh, Baron pulled out his chain hook.
This chain hook.
He has a
one,
big
yeah.
chain hook. Do you describe the runes on the chain hook?
Yeah, I tell everyone about them. I pull up my own actually because
You've got the training hook.
I got the training hook. It's the precursor to the hook that Baron has. Every time they talk about Baron, just for y'all, it's just stars in the eyes of their mask. Like they only the highest respect and adoration for this man that they described as cuckoo crazy pants. It's beautiful.
You.
Oh no, just me. Stars.
You.
Good. Good. Ideal.
Yes. When you talk about the chain hook, Phoebe draws in a sharp breath, like, oh. And he beat the demon with it?
Well, it was more of a slashing, impaling, pulling, but yes, we vanquished, defeated the demon with it.
And you didn't hear any, like, whispering in the air or anything?
No.
You didn't. He didn't let you touch the hook.
I can't recall. Is something wrong, Phoebe?
It's just. So there's these things called rune weapons. They're very dangerous, even the good ones. So they essentially have a person in them. They were either sacrificed or offered themselves to it for war, and they're sentient still. I once came across a rune dagger, and the man who was with us, it took a couple of days, but then he tried to kill us in our sleep, and we think the dagger was controlling him. At least that's what his skeleton said when we asked it later.
There's a flash of recognition in Vavasor's, I love you, real messages. Oh man, okay. There's a flash of recognition on the eyescape of Vavasor's mask, and underneath they blink. And then when they talk about killing in their sleep, there's a light chuckle that comes under the mask because it's like, yeah, good old training. Good old training. Oh no, that's bad that they did that.
Yeah, but if the user is in tune with it, it tends to go a little more smoothly.
I would think that he would be in tune with his weapon. He spoke to it often, and it gave him counsel.
Hopefully it's one of the better ones. But that sounds exciting.
It was, and they get very excited again and goes back into the story. It was super exciting. Anyway.
It took place in a concert hall? Oh, like a shell with a bandstand? And that's amazing.
It was a chandelier. It was ginormous. And they get very, very animated and a little bit more relaxed.
Gotcha.
I think, during the course of this story, Nick is holding, like a tin cup with something that was steaming at the start, and by the time of it, just from, just staring at them, it's so, the steam, you can just see it getting lower and lower until it's finally gone and the thing is cold.
Oh, I 100%...
They haven't noticed. They're just
100%, if you're staring at the story, I would be watching the story and just getting closer and closer to you, and next thing you know...
Oh yeah,
start drinking.
I don't Nick is holding it off to sort of like this and just is not paying any attention to the fact that their drink is currently vanishing. Not at all.
You're probably just sitting there. It was here, and it just keeps going down like this.
It's an intense story where you describe kind of the rage that you saw in Butch, in Baron. I don't know why I got
good
stuck
old
in my
Butch.
head.
It's good old Butch. It's Butch Baron. Yeah. They describe the BB. They describe the white hot anger that Baron inflicted on to things, but also that they witnessed and were like, yeah, this is good. Actually, this is wow. They were so efficient at murder when they were so angry. Oh, what a good thing to have.
And she
does.
What
the fuck?
She changes it. There is an awkward ass moment.
Mm-hmm.
I burp.
She doesn't say anything either.
Anyways, how long do we got to be out here?
2 more days.
Great. I think Nick at that point finally goes to like drink from the cup, realizes it is half empty, and then just kind of like looks to the side.
I am chewing your shoelace. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have drink all over your face though?
Oh, it's definitely my
Your
scruff.
snout.
My
Yeah.
snout and my scruff is just wet, but I'm just sitting there gnawing on your shoelace.
Yeah, Nick like looks over, sees this, and just like looks in the cup.
Puts it down in front of you.
Puts it down on the ground, gets up, goes, I think, opens the back door of the Jeep, climbs in, and shuts it behind them to go to bed.
You all have camping, or you've been supplied with another tent. Two other tents. It was assumed that Mutt wouldn't need one.
I'm good.
But just sleeping within the campfire's radius means you're warm and cozy.
Right. Yes, I think Nick has been mostly sleeping in the tents, and makes a point of going into the Jeep this time around.
At some point,
Because you can slam a door.
Because I can't slam a tent door, but I can slam this door.
At some point,
You go in the tent and just start zoop.
there's a mosquito netting in the.
That angry zoop.
At some point, she makes food for everybody. She pulls out what looks to be one of those
about this
pots of
food,
spaghetti
Kevin.
with the spaghetti strainer that lifts out of it.
Oh.
And she takes like a flask, fills it with a gallon of water, corks the flask, puts the flask back inside, and then pulls the spaghetti strainer out, and it is filled with a delicious pasta dish. That she just kind of like scoops onto plates, puts some down on a plate, puts a plate on the ground for Mutt. Gives Mutt a scritch behind the ears.
Yeah. I take the tin can or whatever cup he was using and I bring it over and I kind of put it in front of her and kind of nudge it so she can fill it.
Yeah, she does.
Good.
And then I go to pick it up, but I pick it up like this, and when I do it like this, it starts dumping out as I go over to the truck.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Oh.
But,
and I just kind of scritch on the door.
But she offers everyone a plate of food.
Yeah.
Aw. You were very sweet, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wait until she eats it first.
Yeah, she does.
Jesus Christ.
We trust her so
There's
much.
absolutely no hesitation on her part.
This absolute, like, the flip-flop between, like, absolute dragon bean to, like, paranoid serial killer is amazing. I'm loving it. This is great. It's very good.
I'm so glad, thank you.
I love
Very
it.
good.
Happy.
Dragon
What
bean.
the fuck?
I need to write
What's
this
the
down.
shit? Yeah. Good. Amazing.
I'm scratching on the door to give you your food.
Oh yeah, because it's breakfast time, yeah. Make sure you get your food.
Are we doing spaghetti for breakfast? Is that what's happening?
Is
Sure.
that what's happening? Oh, cool.
Okay.
It is now breakfast.
Yeah. And I think the door creaks open. Like, Nick's head is by the door. Like, just like gotta push it open, look out, see it's spaghetti, and go.
My tongue is out, and I just have a can with a piece of spaghetti
With a
hanging
piece
out
of
the
spaghetti
side.
Hanging out the side. It's like, no. And just closes the door again.
And she's just like, more for me. And she just drops it and eats whatever's left in it.
Yeah. Makes their way back to the campfire, eating every piece of spaghetti along the way.
Yeah.
I saved it for the trip back.
At this point, she has cast on another sock. She's working on the second sock. It's the same pattern as the first. She seems far less interested in her knitting than she was when it was... Making the second sock is always the hardest.
Also,
have to
the act of creation in the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Who are you knitting the socks for?
Oh, mostly myself, but if you'd like them, I could measure what your feet are.
What?
I could measure your feet and make a pair for you.
They step back.
Well, I could...
Oh.
What?
You want to make me socks?
Do you want... I make socks. It's what I do. Do you want them? Is the thing. Like, I will make socks as a habit. And if you'd like them, you're welcome to them. And if you want me to, I'll make a pair that will fit you.
they have to think about the ramifications of letting someone that close to their feet. But other than that,
so what I'm getting is you don't respond, you just go and walk away.
yeah, it's just one of those. Interesting. Gone.
Okay.
Thank you for the raid.
Yes, thank you for the
What's up,
raid.
nerds?
Welcome.
What you doing?
Hey,
Yay.
Dara.
Nerds.
We are in a magical
Us too.
campfire.
Yes.
Where an old woman is knitting socks. A dog has picked up a cup full of spaghetti and dragged it across the ground towards the sniper who's sleeping in the truck. And the
Grumpy
dragon,
sniper.
shaped like a person, is considering letting anyone near their feet.
They're human feet.
They're humanoid-looking feet.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by that time I come over, like, as you walk away, so you don't want socks, I finish it, and I have this, like, face of just sauce, and I just sit right in front of our friend.
Good.
So, you continue. The night continues on. You keep moving along. The next day continues on. You're moving. You pack all the equipment in. She's like, "That was a little better. I think we might be able to shave a day off this." And you pack all the study equipment, the ley line, attunement radar, and into the back of the ATV. The giant, it's not like a 4-wheel ATV, it is like and imagine a Hummer if it was meant to also be a Jeep. Kind of. I don't know.
Big Jeep.
I got it. I
It's
was like, yeah,
The
thick.
biggest Jeep.
2 C's.
Yeah.
Big Jeep.
The wheels are
Jump in the
actually
trunk, Jeep.
about 5 feet diameter. Wheels.
Merry
Just
birthday.
huge wheels to go over all kinds of terrain.
Merry birthday.
Yeah. As you make your way, it's another kind of quiet day. You get to and as you're traveling, Mutt, would you like to draw a card?
Yeah. AKA, do you want to draw one for me?
Yeah. Let's see. You get a Jack
Oh, I
of
get a-
Hearts.
Ooh, I get the heart.
What does the heart do?
The heart is a hero participates in a skill. Yep. Or
Practices.
I find or lose or present or what?
Okay. So you got.
Sorry, the words are really
Gotcha.
small.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm looking at it in the book, so I can
Okay.
read it better. All right. So, hearts downtime. The hero practices a skill. What is it? Or a piece of backstory. A tale of the hero's greatest love, lost, found, present, or waiting back at home. Trek. How the party endured a trying hardship on the journey.
You know what? I don't think anybody picked the backstory one, so let's do that.
I don't know. The anger kind of fit the backstory too.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
we could
Then.
also do a piece of your backstory.
Yeah, because I was thinking.
Mhm.
I was actually thinking about this. So we're driving, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of on the way. Mutt's head is once again chilling out the window. And they're just kind of pondering, and they just kind of get like those little flashbacks, you know, like when you've had like when you've lived a life and you just like, you know what, this like you get that whiff of smell or something, and you just kind of have this memory. And they kind of go like they go past just this clean smelling like glade kind of, and it's like a farmy smell.
Mhm.
And she just kind of remembers chilling in the car with this little boy next to her, and he's just kind of like, her head's out the window and his hand is on her collar, and it's just kind of like, can't jump out the window, you can't jump out the window, buddy. And she's just a pup at this point. And they're bringing her to her first home, and it's just that feeling of this is forever, like this is forever, I found my person's forever. And then it kind of flashes a little, and she's driving on the same road, but it's driving away from that place with a different person, and she just can't, like, she's just kind of like looking around like, I don't know what happened, like, and it's just, you see over the like a little hill, and just like the like disappearing, like as they're going down the hill, just kind of disappearing over it is just this, to her memory, it's just really kind of foggy, but there's like figures that are kind of going into the house and coming out of the house, but none of them are familiar to her. And she just can't figure out what's going on and why they're taking her away, because she's needed there and she can't be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometime later, you get another flashback, which also comes directly to your mind. You weren't thinking about this either. But it's years later. You've already crossed someone's path and saved them, and they thanked you so deeply after you got yourself injured for them. And they gave you a little kiss on the forehead, and you got up feeling better than you had in years. And they told you that you were going to go and help people because you're such a good girl. And this traveler then went on their way. And you just started finding yourself in places. Several years later, about 5 years ago, you are running full speed as people are firing guns. You are in the middle of an active war zone, and you jump directly in front of a railgun blast from a coalition robot far off. And it hits you and smacks you. It just moves you so far back. But we look behind you, and we see there is a young girl who looks scared. And standing kind of in front of her is a man in armor, a full armored suit. It's kind of scuffed and old. It has wings, and it attaches to his cybernetic leg. And we see on it Atherton is stenciled on the front of the armor. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Hi, guys! Heartstrings, you still have them? I might have pulled a little hard, but let's go.
Hey, yeah, no, those multiple strings, because there were strings there, and that string's connected to my shit. Hey,
Yeah.
what? Hey, what?
Yeah. But
Good.
ends up places of importance.
Yes.
Good.
They're an important dog.
Yep. All right, so we're going to take a hopefully 5-10 minute break. I'm going to set up the screen, and I'm going to probably incorrectly mute things. So,
Cool.
sorry. Hopefully the music plays. And we'll be back to continue that story in a minute. So we'll be back in about 5. So remember to be human, rest up, move around, and we'll be back soon. All right.
down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been real bad. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt, down
And we're back. Hello. Or did I just cancel the audio?
Nope, you turned it off.
There we go. Hello again, everybody.
Well, the words are still going, so.
Yeah, it's, as great as they are. Anyway, so when we left off, the mutt had just taken a railgun shot to the middle to protect a child and a mercenary. Mutt, you land some 10 feet back. The mercenary the mercenary with in their terrain hopper power armor, which looks like it's been upgraded and is much more durable than it was in the previous cutscene where we saw them, is fighting alongside. You hear him yelling. There is a bunch of coalition troops coming in, and you look back at the child again. The child has red skin and little devil horns. And it is just a child, and this is something that people who have been around the Rift world a little bit would have seen. This is called a Denor. They kind of have, people think of them as devils, but they just have red skin and, little horns. Mm-hmm. That's it. They doesn't make them evil. It just, people are terrible sometimes. A Denor is generally a magic user. But you're helping protect this kid. You go flying, and coming from the side, a man in blue armor with dark skin and I forget how I described him last time all of a sudden. A cyber knight comes charging up on a robotic horse past you into the fire, and he yells back, "Take the child and go!" He's like, but sir, you won't be able to. He's like, shut up and go! Go! And as we see the swarm of coalition robots start to step up, they ignore the Cyber Knight and start firing. The Cyber Knight lays into them with his psionic blade from the side of his horse. His horse goes down, but he jumps off of it and just wastes about a squad worth of robots before becoming surrounded by coalition juicers. With armor, with white and black skulled armors, and vibroblades and tubes that put the drugs in them that drive them to post-human levels of combat effectiveness. A Cyber Knight is a match for a coalition juicer, maybe even a little better. 3 of them with support, it's not a fair fight. The Cyber Knight goes down. But you've saved the boy. And you look over, and you stand up, and you do the dog shake. The mercenary has the child in his arms, and is taking off, looking back at the Cyber Knight, who is quickly becoming surrounded. But you, the child, and the man with the jetpack all leave, and then you start making your way to the next place you have to be.
Depending on how big I am, I might let the kid either kind of ride or because I'm trying to ease child's tension of where they are right now.
Yeah, you all get to a safe point, and the man starts going, he's dead. Then notices you and the child, and puts the child down to comfort you, and goes over and starts speaking to a woman. They embrace. He takes off his helmet, they embrace. And clearly they are a couple. And the next day, in this safe house, you take off.
They're safe. They don't need me anymore. They're safe.
What this was part of the Tolkien War, where the city of Tolkien was being attacked by the coalition states, and a group of cyber knights decided, to hell with orders, we're going to help defend Tolkien and the people of Tolkien. and that was and they hired mercenaries, and it was an immense war with the tragic losses where Tolkien was destroyed. A city of magic run by demons and dragons and powerful mages reduced to a battlefield that destroyed the city. Towards the end of the war, the city started summoning more and more terrible things to try to fight off the invaders, and it was bloodshed all around. The demon and some left Tolkien because they didn't agree with the demons that they were summoning and the demonic automatons that they were creating. But the war machine will consume. And some of the Cyber Knights said they could no longer fight for Tolkien, but others stayed to fight, and many lost their lives for it. Back in the Jeep, you come to your next spot, and you come to the next spot, and you set up again for the last time. And she puts out all the gear. But you notice... everybody give me a notice. Just give me a notice, everybody. This is one of those things where, like, I need to see how much
This is
you know.
after sleep, right?
Yeah, this is the next day.
It's fair. Is this a sight thing or a...
It is... yeah, you can add any site bonuses to it.
Cool. Then I will do that.
I was gonna say Mutt seems a little bit distracted, but I still get it. Yeah.
Yep, I'm a bit distracted too, I guess.
It looks like Nicanor spotted enough.
Yeah.
All right, Nicanor, you notice that not that far away, you find you see what looks to be signs of an encampment, someone else encamping. Mm-hmm. It's probably within 5 miles. You can't make out, like, you can see a little bit of smoke coming up, in like campfire smoke, but you can't see really what's over there from here.
Gotcha. How common is it? I mean, I assume it's fairly common to see people just kind of out and about in the world in their own little camps, right?
Yeah, I mean, travelers will camp. Mercenary groups.
Yeah, then Nick will just be like, just a heads up, we've got, I wouldn't say company, but we're not the only one out here right now. Just, I don't know if it's going to be important later.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to find my notes from last time so I can get people's names, but I don't have them. Instead, I have notes from other games.
Oh,
Big
God.
mood. Big
Constant danger, huh?
Appreciate this.
Yeah, I'm like, nope, that's Dr. Eggman. Nope, that was from, nope. That doesn't tell me the name I wanted. It would be good if I remembered things, but I don't. Be better if I wrote them all down in the same place every time.
But why would you do that?
So I could keep consistent and not have to do this every session. Anyway.
That's silly.
I just remembered why I wrote down a certain thing. Okay. The group, you know this thing. Phoebe sets up her circle. She says, if you want to go investigate it, make sure they're safe. I'll be fine here.
I just kind of look at the two, like, perimeter check, question mark? Like,
I mean, it's close enough. Yeah, we might as well take a look.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not a thing. Hopefully it's not a problem, you know?
Vavasaur says, understood, and takes the dog. Just
picks up the dog and
picks
goes.
up the dog.
I am emotional support dog now. Just like, I just
Oh
need
boy.
to.
Yes.
I am so happy.
There was a certain level of points that we needed to put into the emotional support animal. We got it. I pick up the dog and we do a perimeter check.
All right. Are you going to go investigate that other campsite or just a good perimeter check?
It sounds like perimeter check and then investigate just to make sure there isn't anything like that in our haste to go investigate that we miss.
All right. Give me a survival roll for the perimeter check.
Sounds
For all of us, or?
Whoever's leading it.
Survival.
I mean, I have a.
Interesting.
Anyone have a
So-
D8 or more?
I have a D6. Here's
I
a
have a D6.
question.
Uh-huh.
Would I think I'm going to pose this to our party just to double check. Would it be realistic to say that Vavasor and Mutt are in front and Nick is leading?
Actually,
Like, you should
yeah.
go that way. Like, check out. Yeah, it actually
Does that
makes sense.
does that
Yeah.
No, that
like they're
tracks.
clearly in front and being like, we are looking for stuff, and Nick is like, and
Yeah,
just
no,
double
that's
checking
right.
their work on the way down.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
Mutt, go ahead and give me a D6 roll. I'm not going to make anyone else.
For survival.
Yeah. I will add 2 to it for your 2 assistants. Because you're
Yeah.
all doing it together. Group actions.
I
Yep.
just.
As I
Hey,
opened,
you made it.
rolled a 1 and
Yay.
a 4, so a total
Boom,
of 6.
got
You're
it.
good. All right. So, this campsite is relatively safe. It was has relatively good cover, and as there is a smokeless fire, won't be easy to spot. And the not giving off light is huge at night. Because if you're not giving off light, you're way harder to see to most things. You don't find any signs of anything dangerous. But you do see, as you come a little further into the woods, that a couple more miles down is what seems to be dark smoke rising from, it doesn't take long to realize it would be some kind of smoke after a battle.
Phoebe, is this normal for your excursions?
She's not with us, I don't think. I think she's.
No,
they stay
Phoebe's back at camp.
Yeah.
He's back at camp, so
No.
it's just us?
Yeah.
Oh no. See,
So
I
I
took
just-
I took this impulsive tag the last session. Oh no. I,
No. See,
Yeah.
You
go.
just-
So is Vavasor going, being like, ooh, what that?
what that?
I could totally
Oh, no.
see like
Alright.
you pick Mud up and we start walking and Nick's just like, oh, okay. He goes behind.
Yes.
I don't think you put Mutt down. Like there's like a
Yeah, You just Mutt looks up at Vavasor and just kind of goes, it's okay. I like you too, but I don't like that.
Yep, and Nick I think
know.
is Nick watches the two of them walk off and just kind of like
Oh.
It's about
slides the hand like the strap of the like holding one of their revolvers off the
Yeah.
the hammer and then follows down along behind.
It's about
My
15
little tail
minutes
yeah.
before you get, maybe less than 15 minutes if you're moving at a good pace. Maybe 7 minutes to cover the mile.
Yeah.
And then it is a little further down, but you can see you're kind of the top of a ridge, and in the ridge there is a cavern. And inside the cavern is a bunch of robots and a couple of dog boys.
You know.
And a couple of Coalition transports
Ugh,
that have
nope.
giant explosion marks in them that have been destroyed. It looks like a small Coalition squad came out here and was recently dispatched.
Okay. Woof.
They lost. You see
Okay.
a Coalition-sized stalker, 3 Coalition dog boys, the bodies of. They are no longer alive. Couple of Coalition cars, like basic troop transports, and about 10 Coalition Skelelots that have been what look to be smashed and broken to pieces.
As far as Vavasor knows, the coalition
Bad
both
guys.
yeah, they hunt dragons. They will do everything that they can to a dragon body. So there is a deep set grin underneath their mask, and they go, "Oh no!"
My tail was wagging and it just kind of slowly it just kind of droops down a little bit. I just sit there.
Yeah.
But it looks, looking around at the battle, Nick, roll battle, Nick. You can roll battle.
Oh yeah, I have that.
You have a
Ooh.
skill that I should think you
thing I
should
could
want
do.
to use.
No,
Wait.
battle,
We're
battle,
playing a
What'd
dice
Pass.
game.
battle.
Tell me your numbers.
Oh yeah.
1 and a 3.
All right, that is not
how-
a success, but...
So Benny, because I can.
So, in Savage Worlds, you've got something called bennies, which you can use to re-roll. So, you have a benny.
I have a Benny. I have
Spend the Benny.
2. I have 1 now, but yeah. That's way better.
Hey, a 13, which is a hit with several raises.
You
That-
did
that's-
the thing.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Hell
success
yeah.
and a better success. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
And steal that from you. Okay, there you go.
Yep. I got
Done
it.
well.
There you go.
All right. So, actually, everyone should get a Benny from the storytellings.
No, right.
That's right.
Huzzah!
The benefit to doing that is everybody gets a Benny.
Yay!
Hey.
Close.
I gotta start using these bennies.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. So yeah, everyone's got bennies. Cool.
I gotta do more things, roll more dice, use more
I
bennies.
gotta roll more dice now.
Well,
yeah.
we'll see how things go.
Oh, I
There you
need
go.
to write that
All
quote
right.
down too.
Yeah. So, what did you get on your second? No, 13. That's right.
A 13. Yeah.
The battle was not far from here. It doesn't take you
Okay.
long to figure out. It was maybe another mile down the road, but this is where they kind of dumped everything.
Mhm.
Okay.
Looking at the battle, it looks like the Skelelots have been just kind of cut to pieces. There's bullet holes in several of the coalition things, meaning or laser marks, laser scorches.
Yep.
A lot of laser fire happened, as well as some physical bullet damage, which seems to be from a high-powered machine gun, possibly a Gatling or railgun.
Question:
Uh-huh.
Does because the bots were cut apart, right?
Yeah. Cut
Do you
apart,
just-
smashed, yeah.
Yeah. Does any of the battle damage match the stabby hole in the one coalition spec ops dude from the plane crash?
It doesn't match it.
Okay.
Good
You
question,
rolled a
though.
13 and the DC was 4, so
Yeah.
you are going to get high enough that clearly some kind of either energy or psychic weapon was used on these, but it
Okay.
was more of an axe than a sword. Which is a
Okay.
thing some people can do. If you roll your
Right.
roll psionics, you might know more. You might learn more about who can do what with a psi sword.
I mean, well, then I will do that thing
Yeah.
because why not? Let's roll psionics. Any bonuses to that, or just
No,
flat?
just straight.
Cool. Okay. Wait.
15. All right. So
Yeah.
that was a huge.
Tell me about God.
All right. So psi swords are used by cyber knights. Cyber knights have embraced the psi sword and become known for them. They're weapons that they form out of energy in their hand faster than any other psionic can. Other psionics can develop a psi sword, but for a cyber knight, it's as easy as just closing your fist and it's there. Some choose to put them in different shapes. Some put them as axes. You saw a Native American spirit warrior who just wielded two psionic axes that they summoned almost as fast as a cyber knight, but they weren't a cyber knight. And cyberblades or psyblades are very good at cutting through things.
Gotcha. Psychic
Also,
lightsaber.
with this high of a roll,
Mm-hmm.
cyber knights, they are psionic and cybernetic, a rare combination. They have training to compensate for the two interactions that don't really mix, but they're not as strong psychics as they would be if they weren't cybernetic. And one of the things about them is that if they don't want you to see them through electronics will not see them. So lasers have weapons with automatic firing have no chance against them. They won't even notice they're there. Giant robots won't show them on sensors, but a guy looking out the window will see them.
Huh.
Unless he's got some kind of high-tech VR glasses or something on.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
Interesting.
goggles.
Cyber Knights are renowned as heroes mostly, but again, during the Tolkien War, there was a split between the Cyber Knights.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there is, it does seem like some people you see with your well done battle roll, you see it looks like some people took some things away from this area, as though they had taken things from this coalition squad and gone off towards the direction of where that campfire is.
Okay. Interesting. So, potentially, yeah. So Nick will be looking at sort of nudging things over with their foot a little bit and just. So not necessarily friends, but probably not enemies. Whoever took this group out.
I can check. There are dogs. I can check.
Sure. I won't even begin to know how that works.
Can you put me down, please?
It takes them 2 seconds longer, but yes, they do put you down.
I lick your hand.
They're completely stoic, 1,000% stoic.
Yeah.
Underneath the mask is.
Good.
I puddle over to the dog boys.
The dog boys are dead.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. The
So
coalition
much
soldiers and
sadder.
dog boys dead.
So there's
They're
no
coalition
actual
dog boys.
Yeah, but there's no actual life there.
There's no living people here.
No living people. Okay, I'm gonna sniff it out. Just sniff everything. Like figure out how long ago this was. Like
a couple of hours.
Okay. Do the dog boys have any treats on them?
No. The size stalker, on the other hand, does have a pouch that smells a little bit like treats.
I get distracted. And I go for the tweets.
Alright, the thing is, it also smells a bit like corpse here.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
But you kind of, like, knock open the pouch on his belt and pull out, like, the
Guys,
treats
it
that-
totally looks like I found something, like pointer dog, like found something, and as you guys started, just kind of, and I like kind of pull and fall down on my
treat
like
it.
my.
Yep.
Perfect. I watched
Nice.
this interaction happen, and I'm like, oh, this group is okay with. Oh, all right. I just start looting.
There's
bodies.
not much to loot. There's
Okay.
pieces of armor. You don't see much in the way of credits. You don't see much in the way of clips or ammunition. You don't see any weapons except for like some vibroblades.
Woof.
Someone's looted this.
Nick, where they were like, yeah, absolutely, go sniff the thing. Like, this will be great. And like watches the dog go for it, get distracted by a pouch full of treats, and then the human dragon immediately is like, oh yeah, looting, and fucks off to go like dig through everybody. Is just, I think, standing there like,
I bring the treats back to you.
yeah, that
makes
went
you
about
feel
exactly as I expected it to go. Actually,
Look.
do you take the whole pouch full of treats and just bring it back?
Yeah, I
Good.
mean, you've been with me long enough now to know that if something were wrong,
Yeah.
I probably would
Yeah.
prioritize a little different. But like, I sniffed, and it's been a few hours. There's treats.
Yeah, Nick, I think, takes the pouch of treats from you, pulls open a little bag, reaches in, and just kind of flicks one in your direction.
Oh, I
You
catch it
catch.
100%.
Yeah,
I am
uh-huh.
the best catcher. I am such a good catcher.
Yep, and then just
I'm
sort of
good
like
catch.
ties the drawstring and then sort of sticks it in a pocket and goes, "Anything interesting?"
I'm elbow deep in a pocket right now, just going.
Yep.
Not much. I think someone's already gone through these.
Great. Well, it's probably the same people heading to, and like I assume because like I can probably there's been tracks that have been disguised, but like that's what I see probably.
You rolled well enough to
Yeah.
notice which direction they went, but they did
Yeah.
put in a good effort to cover their tracks.
Yeah, I think like I can't tell what or who or whatever like,
Yeah,
made the
but
tracks,
you know
there's,
what
like,
direction.
yeah. So Nick points at like a patch of like just looks like normal ground and just goes, well, it's pretty clean over there and too clean for a site like this, so that's probably the direction they went. So it's probably our friends over at the camp. So if we want anything, I guess we have to make some new friends and barter.
Okay.
I will follow you. I am not good at making friends.
I'm good at friends. We're good friends. Also, can you pick me up again? That was fun.
Yes, of course I can. And they sound very stable, just a single tear as they.
She picks up, and I just look up. I like love. I miss love.
Jesus Christ.
And I just,
Just y'all are depressing, and Nick kind of just like starts walking up the embankment towards the camp.
I follow Nick saying, I have heard that so many times.
Y'all are depressing.
Y'all are depressing. Good. I'm gonna radio back to Phoebe, be like, hey, just so you know, there was a coalition fight within the perimeter of what we got. It's been taken care of. We're checking it out.
I mean, this is a little out of the range, but don't stick around there.
Yeah. So we'll head over to the camp, I guess.
All right. You head over towards the camp. You can hear there's some people drinking. And from a distance, you can hear at least 6 people. They have, like, kind of tents set up. And it looks like general mercenary, like general merc gear, the kind that would get assigned from a mid to decent tier mercenary company.
Okay.
Actually, one of the tents is in the process of having the coalition label spray painted off of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
The coalition symbol is a giant death's head skull with lightning bolts on either side of it. They are starting to put, like, clown makeup on it.
Good.
But they're still using the tent because it's a very good tent.
Yeah.
Coalition stuff is usually good.
Yeah,
It's
there's a hover car full of supplies that they have clearly taken. And you do know that this group will be well armed.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
How do you approach?
unlike me, where I am well pawed.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
Is it possible
You still
for
have
me to
flush.
kick someone from the Zoom? Like, do I have the permissions to do that?
You do not, and it would fuck up the overlay, so no.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine.
I can do this though.
Guys, this is why. This
Just
is
off.
why.
Do what Fox does
Okay,
and just
I
leave.
get it. I get it. I'll go.
They are,
I'll see myself out, guys.
they are
Good.
well armed. I am well pawed. Get out.
Anyway, how
Get
do
out.
you plan to approach this group of people?
Putting that in quote book too.
Do we think a dog barking in the distance will be alert enough for these mercenaries?
Ooh, I can bark real loud.
Yeah, I think Nick stops a what is respectful distance away.
Mm-hmm.
Put like reholster, like puts the little strap back on their gun and goes, "All right, so we're not gonna make a ruckus, but we are gonna be noisy enough for them to know we're coming."
Do you need me to warning bark? I can bark.
I mean, just general warning bark might. Okay, you're very loud, so warning bark might startle them. Just maybe normal dog bark. Normal dog barking. How about normal dog barking? Can we do that?
Oh, the other dog bark, or the other bark hurts my throat kind of sometimes. So I was not going to do that one for this.
Oh, yeah, great. Then non-throat hurting dog bark.
It's a really big dog bark. Not many other dogs can do this dog bark, but I can do
I've
this dog bark.
Literally never met a single dog that could. Yep.
No, your super bark unmakes people. It is very efficient.
It scared me the first time I did it. It was very scary.
It was much, thinking back to that memory, it was much more scarier to the werewolf that was running at you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's fair.
Y'all can't just be saying things. Like, I'll just be saying sentences. Just, y'all know. Just
Look,
like
I'm a normal dog that's seen some shit, okay? I've seen shit. I've lived shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Railgun proof
Normal
normal
dog.
dog. Yeah, totally.
Normal dog.
Uh-huh.
But
I
no one
square
knows
up.
that. Anyway,
No one knows. Yeah, that was a memory. We didn't catch
Yeah. Oh no, no, Nick doesn't know. This is me angry.
that. No,
Are you
I'm
though?
mad.
Are you
I'm-
though?
anyway,
Yeah, a little bit, but like no.
you do know that they will have lookouts,
Yep.
and most likely have a radio frequency, at least one person listening on general radio frequencies.
So in that case, it'd be like, all right, why don't let's make some noise, and Nick will start walking through the underbrush, like not up until like I think at this point they were very carefully avoiding like making like twigs and shit. But at this point, it's like twigs snapping, some brush kind of parting,
Yeah.
and then sort of lifts up the communicator on their arm, just goes, "Hey, just passing through. Just want to talk, make sure we're all on the same page. And saw what you did to the coalition folks back there, and can't say I don't approve. So
Bark. Is
And
that
just
what
kind
you wanted?
of clicks that off and just keeps kind of walking forward.
There is a radio pulse sent back. It goes, all right, I guess. We're well armed. You try anything, won't go well for you. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, I can tell by the firefight. I get it. No worries. We're not looking to start anything.
Woof.
I walk next to Nick, looking to start something. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I was literally in my brain. I was debating Nick being like Babsor. We are not starting.
We are not starting.
Like, all right, we can see you starting. Not you. Something here to fight. No. It's like that the mom with the kids in the background. Stop touching them.
As you get closer and closer, this is a bunch of mercs.
Yep.
It is, you see a bunch of people who have good, like, decent armor. It's all the same style and color in different sizes. The mercenary company is, I wanted to say Last Chance Mercenaries, but that sounds so bad. We're gonna call this group the,
Only hope, mercenary.
They are, call them, the DMC. The Desperate Measures Company. They are what desperate times call for.
Desperate Measures Company.
So, can you walk away now?
No, that's
That's
like,
it. It's now.
desperate times call like that. So good.
That is beautiful.
It's good.
Yep, that's what it is now. The DMC.
Why couldn't you think of that for Arnie?
Because Nick doesn't care that much, but I specifically care about this. Me.
So, the DMC is there, and you've
Also,
seen, you don't know
Interior
DMC
Missiles with
well,
Devil
they're
May Cry,
newer.
and that makes me giggle.
A temp agency.
Yeah.
I love chat. Chat is so great right
Good job.
now.
Thank you, chat. Thank you so much.
But
Chat's
yes,
been on
my,
point.
yeah.
Mhm.
The DM, you have heard of them in passing, when you started to unretire a little. They're newer.
Yeah.
They haven't been around long. You don't know much about them.
Sure.
But you come into camp. Do you have your tech goggles on, or?
I think at the start, Nick has like, like the kind of like Iron Man frame of it, where it's clearly there, but it's not fully faced over. Yeah,
Okay.
It's kind of like that.
As you come into camp, you see about six guys around a fire, drinking. There's 6 people,
Okay.
men and women both, and maybe some non-binary people. There's a cyborg as well, or not a cyborg, a partial cyborg. It is what is called a headhunter techno warrior, which is someone with 2.5 to 3/4 cybernetics.
Okay.
And clearly a combat, setup. One of their arms has clearly a cannon that is away right now. You notice part of their thing, this one here, does have claws that come out. And there is weapons around. There is a box that is clearly a coalition, food supply box that has been, carved open and filled with, you can see the ends of coalition rifles in it.
Yep. Good.
And they... and the cyborg comes up to you and goes, "I'm Trent. Who are you?"
How tall is Trent?
Trent is 7'1",
Cool.
cybernetically.
Big boy.
Yeah, Nick is 5'7", so looks like
They are at least 50 feet away before they...
before they start talking. Okay.
Yeah. They don't want to get that close to strangers.
Yeah. So Nick, when they sort of start talking, kind of just puts out a hand to stop everybody and stops themselves and says, lets their voice amplify a little bit over with the help of the comm systems. I'm Nick. We've got a camp further back that away, and we're just trying to make sure everything's cool and that we don't have any misunderstandings. Y'all looks like you just had a bit of a firefight, and understand that people in that situation can be a little trigger happy, maybe a bit jumpy. So just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page and chill.
Yeah, we're chill. You're definitely not coalition, so.
Yeah, no.
Woof.
It's out loud wolf.
So,
Yeah.
Very out loud woof.
in Vampire Call for socialize roll, they go, so what do you want?
Well, y'all just took a whole lot of merchandise off of the coalition group, and if there's anything that you're looking to part with that we might be able to snap up, figured we'd stop by. One of us, and Nick kind of throws a look over their shoulder at Vavasor for a second, was interested in looking through some things and seeing if there's anything that caught their attention, but clearly y'all went over the pickings before we got there.
Yeah, we haven't had time to disable any of the things that might be trackers yet, so you might not want to take them.
Woof.
Nick looks like Vavasor, like, is that going to stop you, or...
No, I don't want to deal with trackers, especially from the coalition.
Gotcha. Alright, cool. Alright. I guess not, then.
You do notice that on top of that box with the coalition rifle sticking out is a bit of a mesh netting, which works as a Faraday cage.
Ooh. I have nothing to barter, and they're standing there looking so intimidating. Just not a damn thing to my name.
You hear in the background, Trent, don't be such an asshole. In a woman's voice.
Yeehaw!
And coming
Okay.
out of a tent is a woman with, like, her hair would be curly if it grew past, like, here. It's a little bit of an awkward haircut, but it's, like, very, very short. And she is wearing, like, a flannel button-down red shirt overneath her cybernetic torso.
Oh.
Um,
Love it. Good look. Okay.
yeah. She's wearing jeans that are so wide at the bottom.
Ah, we found Butch, I see.
Yes, you have found Butch. But they're not so wide that she's not pulling it off. This is a very attractive woman as well.
Okay.
Her face is kind of oval. Her skin is Irish white. And she goes, it's a weird group to just be traveling.
Travel, yeah, well...
You see
I
her
guess.
kind of, like, move a hand. She kind of tries to make it look natural, but
But, no.
clearly is kind of casting something.
Uh-huh.
You see a bit of a psychic flare. Mutt, you can smell that someone has used a power.
Woof.
Yes.
Can I roll silence to figure out what it is that happened, potentially?
Yeah,
Mind
Yes.
if I-
Look at it with my dragon eyes.
I'm
Do your
a
dragon eyes allow? Yeah, you can roll
Yeah.
an spell casting. Nana for Vavasor.
Look with your dragon eyes.
What do my magic dragon eyes?
All right, Nick. You know that one of the things you do when meeting new people is cast detect aura, or it's like detect arcana, just to kind of get a read on someone's power level. Sometimes.
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
Vavasor, you see this is happening. Do you want to conceal your aura as this is happening?
Ooh, that's a...
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have the ability to do that? Because I was thinking about that. I don't think I do.
Fuck, I have the ability to. I would like to
Oh.
conceal arcana. I would like to conceal myself and my friends.
Oh, all three. Okay.
If I can. Let me see.
Would you like, for one more PowerPoint, I'll give you the ability to put in a false reading.
You being all fancy.
Actually,
I think
for one more Benny, you can put in a false reading.
I'm going to spend the Benny and do it then.
Okay.
And conceal us.
Tis
Oh.
wise.
All right,
It
make
says-
the another spellcasting roll then.
So another spellcasting says detection rolls to see through this concealment are made at -2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this
Yeah.
will give them a -2 on her.
This is really funny because Nick wouldn't be concealing fucking anything because, like,
It's
it's really
Nick
funny.
cares so little.
So very little.
They just see the tiniest spark of a spell being cast, and they just flex. They're like, no, no,
All right,
you're
so-
not looking at my
I
friends.
probably feel that flex.
It's that moment. It's
All right,
It's-
so
it-
your spell goes off. Your detect arcana goes off quickly and without too much notice. So, are you setting them all to baseline, or are you setting them to something else?
What can I set their magical setting to? Like chill? Can I set it to like good vibes?
It's kind of an
there-
aura read. It's kind of an aura. You can get
Okay,
someone's
cool.
aura. You can
Can I
take.
set my arcana to good vibes?
I set my arcana to like lo-fi chill beats.
So you go, but the thing is, it would be this is something Baron told you. It'd be weird if none of you had anything.
It'd be weird if none of us had anything. I put tiny little flicks of this person has a magical item on them. This is a cursed kind of thing, but like normal adventurer stuff, not the fact that I am a 20-foot dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it goes off without a hitch. The cyborg who just the person with the cybernetic torso who just cast or used the psionic power at you. Goes, I think we can. I think we'll be fine here. Trent goes, where are you traveling from?
Woof.
right.
Doesn't
with
even
that-
look at the dog.
Yeah. Without missing a beat, though, like Nick says, right. So what that means is, and then gives them like where they went and where they're going, and then we're going back to Castle Refuge.
Nah, with them legions.
Woof.
Mm-hmm.
And
Subcontracting mostly.
the woman comes up and she says, well, it's lovely to meet you all. I'm Canis. Red Canis, they call me.
Woof.
And without missing a beat, on account of the shirt.
Sure.
In my brain, I'm like, it's not a count of the shirt.
Nick uncharacteristically kind of to themselves as if they'd made a joke only they found funny, and then continues on as per usual. Well, I'm Nick. This is that's Mutt.
Yeah.
And you want to introduce yourself, or should I? Like,
I am Vavasaur.
go Vavasaur. I think it's. Did you say it was French or something?
Wait.
Wasn't I
My
spot?
name?
Yeah.
Spot.
Nick does not actually know where your name came from because I don't think they were paying attention to that section
Yeah.
of the conversation that happened in session 1. So,
I keep forgetting. I think
because that was, I think, just between you and Z, because Z needs to know specifically who all their titles were, and so
Yeah.
Nick just heard, and that's like it means something, and was like, "What is that? A language?" Like,
In front of this stranger and surrounded by mercenaries, they're
Yeah.
they're mumbling. They're like, it means it's a title. It derives from it's a baron, and then underneath that is a Vavasaur. We
Right, gotcha.
wanted to let you know our location, so now you know. And they're so awkward and a little bit embarrassed. Just like, I'm talking good. I'm doing a good
I lean
job.
indie. I just
I'm
you just
making the mouth words go. Look at me.
As you do that, you get
You just
such
see
a
Mutt.
like fun smirk from Canis.
Oh.
I think
She
Z
goes,
had named me Spot. I think.
Yep.
You're adorable.
When she says that to me,
Yeah.
I smile real big under the mask.
On the
They just-
teeth hat. No.
Good.
Just rub the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mutt just kind of goes limp a little bit and like, flump, and just flops in me. Just flump. My tail is thumping your back. Just.
Good.
Canis calms everyone down. Some of the mercs go back to drinking, and she says, well, if you need anything, we're for hire. But, I doubt you can afford us right now.
Oh, we probably can. No, but
Not a
Nick
big
is
fan
like-
of the Legion.
yeah.
And I don't trust it. I think they're just gonna get squashed. I don't want to be there when they get squashed.
Why don't you trust it?
Well, anyone who declares themselves the good guys, can you really believe them?
Oh no, my character's paranoid. They go off for like a whole 5 minutes. Just, can you really believe them?
Good. Once again, in the camera, you just see Vavsor like, like just off to the side, like, oh no.
I just kind of take my head and I lean it and I just put my forehead just on your belly. I just
Just like, oh, you are having a panic.
yeah, you are having a panic attack. Just kink. I can't really do anything because you're holding me. So
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
Can I really trust them?
like you start itching me and you feel on the back of your leg this other leg going.
Good.
She goes, and you old timer, you been anywhere fun?
Oh, lots of places, honestly.
I get it.
No places I'd like to go back to if I can afford it.
That's life sometimes.
Yeah. Anything we need to be aware of around here? We've probably been traveling out in different places now in the same place we've been.
I mean, the dinosaurs around here tend to be mostly smaller ones, but looking at your gun, you can handle that. The Brontosaurus aren't due for another stampede. Their migrational path isn't due for another couple of weeks as they head back down to the swamps.
Yeah, they're not the problems anyway.
Yeah. You got your random fury beetles. You got your every now and then you'll get one of the bisons, one of the rhino buffaloes, one of the and you're kind of in the magic zone, so you got to watch out for your devils and demons.
Yeah, so more of the usual then.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine here though. So, you set up not that far away?
Yeah, we're doing
A lot of fancy equipment.
geological surveys. I don't understand how it works.
Yeah. Well, you get bored and you want to come drinking with me?
Woof.
I'll pour a bowl down for you. Got a couple of beers.
Oh no.
This might be good, actually. Thank you, Canis. Thank you, Red Canis.
Woof.
You can just call me Canis.
Right tail.
Reaches over, kind of touches you on the shoulder and scratches the dog. If you let them get that close.
They look at Mutt first, and if Mutt's cool, then they allow them to touch them.
I definitely give them like the once over the little sniff before I just that overall gauge of
Give me that notice. Give me a notice check.
Yeah, because if
What'd you
if the dog's uncomfy with it, no, I do not let them touch me.
7.
yeah, 7 and a 4.
They smell like psionics a little. They smell of motor oil, blood. Yeah, it's not the cleanest of scents.
Just like Mama used to make.
You don't get a full emotional read on who this person is though.
I would like to. Wait, is it?
I'm watching Trent
What is this
because
one?
Trent does not seem like the kind of person who keeps feelings hidden well, and I'd like to see what he's thinking. of the
Trent's
whole-
staring daggers at you all,
Okay.
but clearly Tanis is in charge here,
Yeah.
or Canis is in charge. Yeah,
That's a different character. Hold up.
this is not Borderlands.
I have 2 questions.
Is it? No, I
Yes.
feel like it's pretty close,
Mm.
honestly.
One, the PowerPoints, do they go back up every sleepies?
They
Okay,
recover
so then I'm
every
back to. Okay.
2 hours or something. You get one. I forget.
Okay, so then I'm back to.
You're back at
full.
full.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've just been keeping it down. And I'm like, I should probably ask when I can recharge this.
Yeah, you're good.
And I would also like to cast empathy.
All right, read empathy real quick.
The caster forms an emotional bond between himself and the target with a successful arcane skill versus spirit roll. The caster knows the target's emotional state and most basic surface thoughts and gains +1 with 2+2 of raise, intimidation, persuasion, performance, taunt rolls against them. Empathy also works on animals, adding +2, riding, or other rolls used to interact with such creature. And then there's modifiers, but I'll wait.
All right. So go ahead and roll your power.
Boop. Oh,
What is
I'd
it?
like to Benny. Well, wait, no, 7 and a 1.
The 7 is great.
Yeah, 7 goes through. All right. Okay.
The 7 goes through. However, is there penalties for this? And now they get to make a spirit roll against your Sonics.
Yeah. And this is just part of me sniffing. Like it's the sniff, and I kind of give like a little.
They got a 10 on their spirit roll.
Can I use a penny to go over that, or do I have to wait?
You know what? Use a Benny to have me reroll it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I
Wait,
do that.
you can do that?
I don't know, but we're doing it right now.
Yeah. I would do
Okay.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I have spend Benny. I get 2 Benny. Wait, you gave me 1. Okay, I have 2
You've got
left.
enough pennies to spend one, yeah. So you start to hear surface thoughts, and what she's thinking right now is, look at this soft armored chain wielding fool. That's a cute dog. Nick. Kind of looking at Nick. Nicanor? Didn't say Nicanor. No, that would be too much of a coincidence.
Okay. I didn't know if they were gonna say any more. I was like, I should wait.
Also, their emotion is
Yeah.
on edge. Far more closer to like ready for action than they would have you believe.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of as I lick their hand like a normal dog that kind of likes them.
It's metallic. It's metallic. Oh no, they wouldn't be wearing their gauntlets. It is a human hand, yeah.
Yeah, I tell just Jonathan or not
Nicanor.
Hi.
Nicanor and
I got you.
Vavasaur. Nick and Babs.
Nick and Babs.
She's nervous. I don't know why, but she's nervous. Careful, she's a little jumpy. Also, I think she knows you, Nick. That's it. Other than that, I think she's okay. She thinks you're cute, and I kind of look up at back. She thinks you're cute,
Good.
but she also thinks I'm good dog, so that's good. And then I go back to licking.
Nick just raises an eyebrow and doesn't say anything for the moment while they're still petting the dog. But if they don't say anything, if Candace doesn't say anything before they step back, Nick's gonna be like, so DMC, huh?
Yeah, we're relatively new. Only been around a couple of years. After the, actually, yeah, about 2 years.
Well, in my experience, a mercenary company that's been around for 2 years doesn't usually take on a whole coalition patrol without suffering something. But y'all look like you got away pretty clean.
We lost 2, but
Yeah.
one of the dog boys was a burster, so it was pretty complete.
Uh-huh. Well, sorry for your loss, I guess.
It's the job.
Yeah, but so most of y'all new to this, or a bunch of old timey freelancers come together under a new flag?
More like the latter. You know, after the war, everyone kind of shook out feeling where they should land, and a couple of us decided to join up.
And I'm trying to see if I know anything, if I remember this person at all, because again,
You have never met this person.
okay, cool. Because I was gonna caveat with that. Nick doesn't really pay attention to the people they meet, anyways.
Yeah, Nick would never have met this person
yeah.
in particular.
Okay, cool. And then as they turn back to look at Vavasaur and Mutt, and just be like, kind of like shake their shoulders, but look at Mutt directly in the no idea why they would know me, in the way to show that, I don't know, y'all have anything else you want to get done here? Because other than that, I think we've pretty much finished our business.
Woof. And I just you guys both here. I don't know why they're nervous. Do I make people nervous? And I kind of look at you guys.
Pat the top of your head and say, "We're strangers," and then I meet up with Nicanor.
You get the edge that it's more than just that you are people they don't know.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Not like that. Like,
Is it noticeable that the camp is kind of like constantly sneaking glances at us and shit, or is it like?
Oh, Trent's just staring daggers at you.
Oh yeah, Trent's just
a couple of the other mercenaries you've noticed have moved around to be closer to some of the piles of weapons.
Okay.
Oh, real jumpy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I kind of look up at Vav.
can I smell man?
I put Mutt down.
Okay, thanks.
You go wandering past Canis. Canis goes, "Where'd you find the dog?"
She found us.
Yeah.
Never been good with pets.
Nick pulls out the bag of treats and goes, "Found them one time. They seem to like these. They haven't left since." And then puts it back in a pocket.
She smiles. Roll a persuasion at a -2.
I'm bad
damn.
at this.
I was gonna say when he does that, I kind of give a little bark, which also is my empathy for, like, to make it look like I'm barking at the treat, but it's empathy for him.
Oh,
so
you are. Are you helping, please? Good, because I'm bad at this. I'm so bad at this. I haven't rolled yet. Do I have a
something? There it is.
Is Mutt helping take off some of that penalty, or
Mutt will bring it down to a -1.
-1. Okay, cool. I've got a D4 in this. Oh,
I mean,
that's
I
not...
also
well, all right.
gained-
Hey.
Rolled a 4 -1 and got a 4.
Hey.
Okay.
I
yeah.
also gain stuff on
You gain it against them.
interactions, so
Yeah.
You're not Nick.
yeah.
But what you get, what Mutt actually gets is took those off the dead body. Whatever.
Looting.
I think what happens is.
But she didn't put together that you had said you had them a long time. Because what you implied is that you found those and found the dog at the same time.
Yep.
But
So
she's
wait,
like, "Oh, you took that from the dead guy. Okay."
Was that what she was thinking?
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, you
Okay.
took that from the dead guy. Whatever."
Yep. Yeah. Nick's lie was weaving in, like, yeah, we found these treats and they've never gone away, which is technically accurate, because from the time that we've had the treats, you
All
haven't
10
left
minutes.
yet. Yeah, all 10 minutes we've had them, you haven't left.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
I would like to cast the empathy on Dude Man.
All right. You will have to drop the other one. I think it's the same power, so it would be too much to kind of split your focus like that.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to know why he's daggering. A boof. Oh, boof.
What'd you roll?
Hey,
Boof.
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 Tell
A
me.
9 and a 3. I boofed
All right,
him.
you got a 9.
Muck boof.
It's a hit with a raise. He gets his spirit is not nearly as high as hers. That is a 3. So he does not beat your spirit.
I just sniff his.
He's like-
I sniff his ankles a little bit.
Legion motherfuckers. Look at them. Looking all proud and haughty.
We're good.
Looking all
yeah.
proud and haughty. There's a dog, a tired old person, and purple Deadpool. Like, what do you mean, buddy?
This
Got
guy
6 feet of dumbass over here.
This guy's thinking the Legion's full of a bunch of idiot crusaders who are going to get themselves killed and good.
And good. Yeah, fair enough.
And so he's just
That's fucking.
angry at the world. I assume is his emotion.
He's not a good person.
Okay.
But he's also thinking you get occasionally like, all right, so the one with the hook will move to the right. The gunslinger will move back. I'll just kick the dog real hard.
Wow, the worst. All right.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that's
Well,
it.
I mean, if my thoughts were skimmed, I'd be like, all right, slit that guy's throat.
Yeah.
And Candace is like, all right, well, you should take your dog and get moving along.
I picked Mud up.
You walk further into the camp and pick Mud up.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, I just got.
Nick
I-
stays right where they're standing, right in front of
Yeah.
Candace, and like just kind of like looks past them to watch.
When you
Oh,
pick me up, I just.
He doesn't like us at
Oh,
all.
is that short for something, Nick?
Hmm?
Is that short for something?
Yeah.
I just say, I don't know if you want to tell
What's it short
her."
for?
Cough, cough, maybe not.
I mean,
real-
Mine's
My-
short for Canislawa.
Okay. Is she lying?
She is lying that it is short for anything,
Gotcha.
but she is interested in if you say a longer name.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear in your head.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man, do I want to bet on another fucking persuasion roll? Yeah, I do in the
You got a-
fiction.
you got
Yeah,
a
I do.
Betty?
No, I don't even care about that. Nick is just gonna lie, even though Nick is bad at it.
All right,
Because
roll
they're
your
an
persuasion.
irreverent bitch. We'll see. Is it -2 again?
No, because you didn't try to show evidence of
That I looted? That's fair. No,
of something
that's
she already had seen.
That's fair. Well, ass. I'm
Alright.
gonna take it. Nick just says, yeah, short for, Nicholas, like the guy with the red hat and the bag. And just kind of stares at them, just completely deadpan.
Gotcha. Just you remind me of a sniper my boss told me about once.
Yeah?
Anyway, be seeing you. Stay safe out there. Keep doing good.
You should ask if they liked the sniper just while we have open communication.
Nick is like, I am not asking that at all. That's investigating a line of thing I do not want to deal with today.
Oh, okay.
And so Nick will be like, all right, well. Take care. And we'll turn around and start walking.
Woof.
Oh man, that's there's something.
I follow
in my
Nick.
eye.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Oh, man.
Yep.
You make your ways away,
Go
and
like this.
they don't attempt to leave camp at all. You don't get the feeling that they're going to come for you.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not going to stay around any longer than would be suspicious.
Yep.
Okay. I got worried when she was like, a lot of fancy equipment there. I was like, uh-huh.
Like she had already seen what was at your camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of fancy equipment. How you know that though? Were you the eye? I don't know. The suspicious is bleeding now.
Kevin.
Candace just kind of stares at you as you all move back to camp. No one attacks you in the night. You're all on guard for it, just to be safe. But the mercenary company doesn't come any further close to you at all, and starts making their way back to back towards Merktown.
Okay.
It's uncommon for them to travel this much at night, but you kind of got the feeling they didn't want to hang around where y'all might be.
Okay.
I'll do at least 3 perimeter checks that night during the night.
Yeah, it's very thorough. So
Yeah.
the next day, Phoebe is like, well, I finished my socks, so it's time to go back.
Oh no! It looks so good.
Oh, good. Amazing.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
cackle laugh underneath the mask. It's like, no, that looks so good. You did a great job.
And Phoebe says, oh, thank you, honey. Here, keep them. And throws the pair at you.
Oh, they catch them full on crying underneath the mask. Just 100%. Just
Gifts!
wow.
Oh my god!
Wow, this is mine. This is clothing that I did not generate magically, and it's mine, and I get to own it. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm fine.
I just lick your kneecap.
All right.
Did you say that out loud, or was that all just the running internal monologue?
Running
was-
internal monologue.
okay,
I
cool.
mean, Mutt may have heard it, honestly.
It may have been loud enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Very
Nick can see
when
a
you are
bit of it, but-
strong emotion.
Yeah.
Nick
I'm
cannot
like, ooh.
see a bit of it. Nick
Okay.
has no abilities in any sort of telepathy whatsoever.
No, I meant to, like, see the...
Oh,
never
on
mind.
the emotion? Yeah, no, totally.
But you make your way, the next couple days are mostly quiet. At some point, a bunch of bloodhawks try to ambush y'all, and you easily fight them off. As they are about hawk-sized, made of blood, and attack people at night, but they're easily dispatched by the group of you. Phoebe pulls out the revolver at one point, and it shoots what looks to be a green kind of ectoplasm beam
That's cool.
that kind of sits in a solid state and then disintegrates.
It's cool as hell.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
holsters it, and a battle is had that I don't want to waste time on. So, it is now coming to the end of the game. You get back to town, and you're in Castle Refuge again. You get, you see Sir Tannhauser's there when you come back in. He says, "Good job, everybody. You're all still alive. Great, great, great.
Woof.
Triple great."
I go over to the coffee machine and just sniff it while he's talking.
He goes, "Hey, can you tell me what's in there?"
I sniff it real good.
It smells like magic.
I've never looked at this coffee machine with my magic eyes.
It's not. It's
Oh,
actually
no.
this one is just the box again. This is the box of
Oh, okay. It's not
the
the
Joe to go
wandering.
box.
Good to
Gotcha.
go.
Cool.
Magic.
Thanks. That's what I know, but like, you
I
don't
can
know.
bark. I can bark.
Okay. I'm sorry if I come off weird. It's just I hate it when people do this.
Cover your ears.
No, don't break it.
Hmm.
It could explode. Listen, I know it's magic. Don't break it. It could explode, and
Can
then
I
I'll be
have
covered.
it?
At very least, we'd all be covered in coffee, and I don't want to get.
Can I
Do you
have it?
understand how odd it would be to get coffee out of chainmail?
Can I have it?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Can I have it?
You know what? Have at.
Yes! I get up on the counter again and I just start.
You grab it by the handle with your jaw, and you make your way out. And so, with this, with the sight of this dog happy trotting down the hallway out towards Castle Refuge with a box of Joe in its mouth, is where we're going to close.
Okay.
Happy wagtail.
Good.
All right. So, thank you everybody for
clothing.
joining us.
Bulbasaur is free.
Oh, shut up! Oh, that's so good.
Also,
Chat has been on point this entire game.
Joe, good reference, but also turf shit out.
Yeah,
Out of here.
fuck her.
We ain't on that turf shit.
Yeah, fuck turfs. So,
Caffeine is magic.
the with that, I'm just going to stop, otherwise I'll keep babbling on about things. So, thank you all for joining us tonight. Once again, I want to tell you we are sponsored by Grinding Company Coffee, a Black and LGBTQ-owned business which produces very excellent blends of flavors and stuff. You can get a 10% discount code, which I will type coffee into the chat. Coffee. And you can use code Gunmetal Blues to get 10% off. And if you enjoy us, you can join the channel's Discord, where we can talk about things, and I can post, and I occasionally post things that come up in the game in the chat. All right. So let's tell people who we are and where they can find us. Let's start with Maxine, since you're not
Hi.
ready.
I was looking up when I'm starting my live stream because I need to announce that today. Hi guys, my name's Maxine Bachman. I played Mutt. And you can find me anywhere and everywhere under That Girl at That Place, except for Instagram, where I am Lady Skyburn or That Girl's Art page. I do art. I'm also starting my live streams up again. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I don't have to work on Monday, so I'm just gonna start at noon and then stop when I want to. So come join me because I miss you guys and I have a feeling we have lots to talk about. So come join a apparently marathon stream that might be happening
Good luck.
starting at noon. But
All
yay!
right.
Also,
Thank you.
PAX. I'm going to PAX. Good
Oh.
times.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Jonathan.
Hello, I'm Jonathan and/or RY0MASA Ryamasa on Twitter. You can find me here on this show. You can also find me on Sundays over at Friends Who Roll Dice at 1 p.m. EST for Demon Creek, our Old West Urban Shadows game. Where I think the last thing that happened is we found the sheriff hiding the prophesied vampire werewolf hybrid that we've been trying to find the whole time.
Mhm.
So,
Sounds about right.
Fun times for everybody.
I'm sure there's a good reason.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what it is yet, but other than that, you can also occasionally find me on my own Twitch at Ramasa with an O instead of a 0 because I got that one here. Boom, got it.
Nice.
I don't stream very often, but occasionally I'll stream random shit. We just did the King's Fall raid in Destiny 2. It came back from Destiny 1 just now. So we did our week 1 raid, did that, got that in the bag, and I might stream something else again at some point. But I am currently starting grad school in 2 weeks, so that schedule is going out the fucking window. Sorry, resuming grad school to finish, I should say. So that stream
Congrats.
schedule might just go out the fucking window the minute that happens. So I don't know.
Good luck.
We'll see. Thanks.
Good luck with scheduling.
Yeah, good luck and congrats.
Yeah, scheduling. That's the big one, really.
Yeah. All right, and
What is a schedule?
Nana, where can we find you?
Hello, I'm Nana Lovebug, or Nana Love, Nana_Lovebug. Google me. I have all the socials. You can find me on twitch.tv, Nana_Lovebug. That's where we do our art streams every Tuesday night, 9 to 12. It's a very short stream. We get in there, we have a good time. We talk about stuff as we draw things. It's very fun. And
Jeez.
here, you can find me here. I plug the thing that I'm on. You can find me here. Sponsored by Grinding Coffee Co.
Nana's art is quite excellent. Also,
Thank you.
as is Maxine's. I love your chibis.
As is Maxine's. I also threw a bunch of, I think I threw a couple of Vavasaur drawings and TikToks in the Nerds with Dice Discord. So if y'all are on there, go check them out. They're fun.
Thank you.
Discord.
All right, and my name is Kevin Myers. You can find me at by Sonic Kevin on the Twitters. You can find me here. Join me in the Discord. I'm on Discord a lot. And other places. I don't have anything else going on right now with me, but my wife, who made this amazing pattern, which is available for free on lattesandllamas.com. This is the Geek Along Pokemon sock. This is one of the 4 of them.
Gotta get.
Can you guess what's on the other ones?
Gotta
I have no
Probably.
idea what it could be. I'm so surprised. I better go to that site right now.
Yeah. Check out her amazing knitwear designs and other things. So, with that, I need to type in a raid. Raid. And
We love you too.
some people we know. I think this is a game that Duval is in. We're gonna raid Waffles and Maple Syrup.
Oh, I love it.
That's
cute.
amazing. Okay, great.
And
has
I
to
believe
be
they're playing some
something Duval
Pathfinder
fan.
2E.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So stick around for
Everything
them.
about that screams Duval.
They're fun people.
Yeah.
Did that work? This channel has follower, subscriber only chat. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. It's their choice. Great. You should follow it. Anyway, thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
Yay! Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And
All the
we're
love.
off and rated. Yeah, there's Duval.
We did it.
Who's Duval?
Duval's
Guys, we
a
did it. Wow,
fun
that
dude.
was a waffles.
Waffles. Oh, there you
Waffles.
cool.
Syrup is the GM. I've watched this game before. It's pretty good.
Ooh, this looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for running. That was super fun.
Thank
Yay!
you for joining
Hey,
us.
what
Weird
the-
storytelling things.
Yeah, good storytelling thing.
Wait, what do you mean, what the fuck?
Thanks for
what
not
the fuck?
starting a combat at 10:30.
You're welcome. I didn't
I,
intend to.
listen, I was this close.
No,
I
I saw
intended
that they
not
were
to,
super
so.
jittery, and I saw the time, and I'm like, don't you fucking say your name. Do not fucking say your name.
It's
They
perfect.
like us right now. Don't change it. Don't do nothing. They have no idea.
That
I
might
was like-
change.
I was like, yeah, but also.
Oh yeah, no, me as a player was
But
like,
what if
it.
cause trouble?
do it.
You put a big button in front of me.
I
Mm.
also love the dynamic of this dog just being held by just all the
dragon.
time.
Yeah.
Just all
right
the
underneath
time.
the arm. Just a good
It's
carry
not
going
like
on.
you're
Yes,
and you're
dog.
not a teacup dog.
No.
No, you're a full
I just my
medium-sized
legs
dog
just like flopped. Just like I just flew.
in the
Did you
most
hear-
sturdy herd.
The chat was just like, yes, let doggo be service doggo. Let
Yeah.
service doggo be service doggo.
That's
Very
what you were
good.
doing.
chat, it was just on point today
Yeah.
with they
Megan
were
V.
so
Llama is
chatty.
my wife, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that
yes.
from context
Yeah.
clues.
And Wildcat Dara was in an Altered Carbon game with me and Ramasa. They're
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And somebody
cool.
else joined who was in a game.
Stark Raving
with-
Riley.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
Riley is.
Riley
is I was gonna say Wildcat Dara has said wife, but I was gonna say partner. They got married recently.
Nice.
I think it's,
Nice.
I think it's both for them really. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, they came in and they're like, dude, I've played with Kevin. He has to be a crazy GM. I'm like,
Riley was a guest star on the Altered Carbon show that I ran.
Oh,
That's right, they were.
They were Hydra.
nice. Hell yeah. But thank you guys for games. I'm gonna eat this dinner that's been
Yes.
staring at me for a bit.
and you did
Uh,
answer for on the question.
Every time I've ducked off this way is because I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not letting this sit here for any longer
Oh,
than
no.
I have to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We're up
do
to
my
3
mouth.
more games, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there will be.
Okay.
So, just looking at a calendar,
Yeah,
it is the
'cause we all
8th,
have
15th, and
questions.
22nd.
Okay.
If everyone's available the 29th, maybe, but I'll plan on the 22nd being the end of it.
The
I
29th
should
is
be
the
able to
last
have
one I
at least
Yeah.
at least one more after. I just know that my normal Thursday game wants to start up again,
Gotcha.
and so it's during this time.
I
Yeah.
know
So super sad, but I would love to continue playing with this group if we wanted to keep going or whatnot. But it would
Yeah.
have to be on a different day.
We'll see what
I'm
we can
down
make
with that.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
I get off
recalibrate.
at like 7.
Yeah, I
At
think
the
I might
latest,
take at
so-
least half of October off. Like, if at the most
Yeah.
compact, I'm taking
Mhm.
half of October off. At the least compact, I'm taking October and more off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
do what you gotta do. Yeah.
I know, like, the only reason I'm trying to do it right now is I know that right now I'm sort of